video right now. Not the intro, the trailer
The
video.
trailer. Have you guys seen the trailer yet?
Get
Yeah,
pumped.
we made it last night
Get
with,
slammed.
with our amazing
Get
trailer guy.
crushed for the craziest, most explosive game this side of Mars. Planetoid
Yes, they are pouring
Pioneers
in. Welcome.
Contributor Edition on early access now.
Oh, really? Just early access?
Just early access? You'll just have access to build entire
Watching 13,
worlds.
thanks for the
You'll
follow.
just have
Welcome,
access
guys.
to developer and community content. You'll just have access to the advanced features of Crush 2D.
What, like a flat soda?
No, like you'll get crushed into 2 dimensions by the insane physics. Like you'll have a 2-dimensional crush on the editor tools. Like you'll crush it and design a totally boss 2-dimensional robot.
Can my friend see my robot?
You betcha, Timmy. It'll just save as a ping.
A ping?
A PNG. Just share them over the internet and drag them into the game. It's f***ing magic.
Holy sh!
I know, right? Get Planetoid Pioneers on Steam right now. Oh my, Timmy. That's beautiful.
And we got him like last minute. Are we back voice-wise?
I'm live again, yep.
Yep, cool.
All right.
Sweet. All right, so we just played that video for, we realized that some people in here have not actually seen it. So first of all, I want to introduce everyone in the room. We have myself, which is Dan Tabar. I go by Data, and I've run Data Realms for as long as it's been around. I founded it. I've had the good fortune to build a really cool team around me. One of the closest one to me right now is Vlad Miku, who is
Hey, what's
our
up, guys?
biz dev, PR, magician man, and he has the hair to match, and he's going to be talking to you guys on the chat.
Yep.
Taking your questions, and whenever you guys have a really good question, he'll give it to the stream, and we can talk about and discuss, something like that. So he's on the keys over there. We have Drew Alden, who's manning the tech stream right now. He's making sure that everything runs smoothly, which is awesome. We couldn't have done this without him, so props to him. Here we have Sean Kopinen, who is our advisor.
Hey,
and
Sean.
he's here to support us today and tell us about his son a little bit and how he got into the game. And he's been a big help to us, where we really have been able to tap into his knowledge and so on. He's been involved very long in this industry in a lot of different games and projects and companies. So he's been a valuable help,
Yeah, and he's local, which is very convenient for us because we can have beers with him and
we
lunch.
have these like beer lunches with him on a semi-regular, irregular basis. But yeah, he's here to also play the game with us. We have another person in the room who is a friend of mine, but also my housemate. You can stand here. You're going to be playing the game.
And
in a
one of our
second.
pioneers.
Yeah, exactly. So he's one of our pioneers. You can probably fit over there for now, Chris. But yeah, you're in camera. I think yeah. So Chris is my housemate, but also he's one of the earliest pioneer contributors in the contributor community that we're starting. We'll talk a little more about that later.
That pop-in was beautiful.
What is the pop-in? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's looking great on the light. We have a big light here that's illuminating. We have a very small room. This is actually my own home office.
I know, Toiler.
The entire team is 20 people and over 20 people, and
I can't believe you got 19 people in this room.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. We don't have them all in
Record
here.
breaking.
That's where I was getting at, is that we're completely distributed. So I am here in Phoenix, Arizona, but pretty much everyone else is all over the world. Argentina, Australia, Sweden, Slovakia, Spain, France, and a couple more I forget, I'm sure. And I apologize to those guys. They're awesome. There's some in Holland as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we're completely distributed. We're making the most of the internet and the awesome tools that we have these days to collaborate and make something cool happen like this over a long period of time, which is what we've been doing. So now you guys know who's here. I wanted to rerun the trailer for Sean, who's never actually seen it yet. We put it together. It literally came together at 3 a.m. last night, and
you should have sent it over. I was up.
well, that's awesome. Yeah,
wow.
he's on the different time zones as well, like just like we have been. But I want to do a huge shout out to Marlon Weeb, who just killed this trailer project. It was
Pretty
like
much.
a death march for him yesterday. We were late with giving him the assets, all the videos and things that he needed to put it together, and the voice acting. We tried to do the voice acting ourselves, which was hilarious and fun, but ended up being amateur hour, you know. So we reached out to Tim Rogers, a good friend of ours, a fellow indie dev who was working on Video Ball. He has a great voice, and I was like kind of hinting, can you do this for us? And he was like, yes, but this guy is even better, and he actually does voiceover for his game. And his name is Chris. Was it Chris? Let's see. No, it was. I have the email here. I need to do a shout out to him too because he is.
Yeah, he did.
Jake,
He did an amazing
Jake
job.
G did an amazing job. If you ever need voice acting, I would say go to yourtextspoken@gmail.com. Just drop him a line. I literally wrote express voiceover job needed because we were like, you know, last hour, and he totally delivered like such a pro performance that you're gonna see. You heard it on the trailer if you saw it a second ago, but I'm gonna do it again here for Sean, who has not seen it yet. So
Oh my God, you haven't seen it yet? Oh,
yeah, he has not. So I'm
that's
gonna
so awesome.
I'm gonna change the.
We can have like your reaction video.
Yeah, I'm hoping I'm not gonna mess up the audio levels here, but I'm gonna do it. Yeah, so here I'm gonna close the game audio real quick.
Oh, you can leave it and he can listen here.
No, I'll just it's already done here. So yeah, okay. So we're gonna full screen this and start it over from scratch here. I'm gonna step away. Yeah, so this is. You're not gonna hear the audio, but Sean's gonna be watching this.
No audio on the trailer.
Yeah.
Tell him we'll play it again.
So yeah, we're gonna play it again on the video. Actually, you could play it on the video right now. For them. Yeah.
Get pumped. Get slammed. Get crushed for the craziest, most explosive game this side of Mars. Planetoid Pioneers Contributor Edition on Early Access now.
Oh, really? Just early access?
Just early access? You'll just
Yeah, no,
have
it is in the
access to
background,
build
guys.
entire worlds. You'll just have access to developer and community content. You'll just have access to the advanced features of Crush 2D.
What, like a flat soda?
No, like you'll get crushed into 2 dimensions by the insane physics. Like you'll have a 2-dimensional crush on the editor tools. Like you'll crush it and design a totally boss 2-dimensional robot.
Can my friend see my robot?
You betcha, Timmy. It'll just save as a ping.
A pain?
A PNG. Just share them over the internet and drag them into the game. It's f***ing magic.
Holy sh!
I know, right? Get Planetoid Pioneers on Steam right now.
Something like that,
Oh
yeah.
my,
About 10
Timmy.
minutes, yeah.
That's
All right, are we back?
beautiful.
No, not yet. All right, we are back. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that trailer that we just put together literally last night. It's been, everything has been coming together so incredibly last minute, but also so incredibly well, and to you
Pretty
know,
smooth, yeah.
I mean, it's amazing, really. This whole game development thing, it's super stressful at times. You know, when we're trying to get everything together, but when it really does and it clicks in the last minute, it's such a cool feeling, and that's the kind of a high we're riding right now. So we are going to. We're about 10 minutes into being on the Twitch front page. Can anyone confirm that we are?
Yes, we are.
We are. Okay, super.
Yes.
So again, thank you so much to Twitch for doing this indie spotlight for us. They support us really well, and the people over there are always been amazing to work with. We've known them for a couple of years now, or a year and a half or something, and it's always been such a pleasure working with everyone we've come in contact with there. So thank you for letting us be in the limelight this month for our launch. You know, it's a big deal for an indie to get this kind of exposure, and it's really special. So thanks to them, we are now live with you, and we're going to be able to do the launch of our game literally in 20 minutes. We're going to press a big green button on Steam that launches it, and you will be able to go to the Steam. You can already now go to the Steam store page, but it won't, you know, actually be able to. You won't be able to buy it until that button is pressed. So we're excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the next 20 minutes, we're gonna do a little bit of racing. with Chris and Sean here, so you get an idea of what the game can be. Because Planetoid Pioneers is actually whatever you want it to be. You can build whatever world that you want that has its own game rules. It can be a Robinson Crusoe scenario. It could be a find the item scenario. It can be hide and seek. It can be rescue the princess. It can be race around the planet, which is what we're going to do in a second. And all these different worlds have their own scripts that anyone, us on the official development team or the folks in the contributor community you will be part of. So, oh, cool. That's fine. So we're going to get, Chris has actually got to go now. He's going to have to do a bikini shoot. He's a photographer.
We are such fortunate guys.
I'm not
here,
even joking. It sounds like a joke, but it's not. His model just arrived, and they're going to be in the backyard doing their thing. But we have another gentleman on our team officially who should come in here, Seth. Seth, can you please come over and play with us?
Oh, God.
He has no idea. Yeah, he has no idea. He's coming.
Let me see. We had some quick questions here.
Yeah.
So someone asked just now, like, if you've actually played Blaster Master and finished it. Bell.
I have not finished Blaster Master. I wish I had. I was very young. I think it was very hard for me to finish it. The other game we reference in our inspiration for this Planetoid Pioneers is Exile, which there's actually multiple games called Exile, but the specific one we're talking about was for the BBC Micro and Amiga and Commodore 64. And the BBC Micro one came on in 88 or 86 or something like that,
yep.
right around Metroid. So Metroid is a third kind of thing. We're taking ideas from all kinds of games and inspirations and kind of melting them together. But those are the three main ones, and I would highly recommend you guys check out some Exile.
Oh, Danny B is watching again. Hey, Danny.
B, I love
What's
that
up?
guy. Yeah, so Danny B is amazing musician. He made most recently the soundtrack for the Necrodancer, Crypt of the Necrodancer, Super Meat Boy.
Amazing soundtrack. He won an award for that too.
A little game called Cortex Command, which was our last game, won Independent Games Festival awards in 2009. And that was our first game. Planetoid Pioneers is our second game. So Danny B being in the channel, supporting us and saying hi is really cool.
That's a huge honor. Thanks for coming back, Danny
Yeah.
B. So who did we have to present to our lovely audience here?
In terms of...
Did Seth already show up?
Yeah, Seth is here. So I thought you were talking about the
Oh,
bikini
no,
model. But Seth will do. So he can come in here and be seen. So Seth is really tall, as you can see. So he needs to get like a little of those.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, Seth is our PR and community manager. So you're gonna see him on in the like hub.
Community hub, the Steam Community Hub. Yeah.
The place where we want you guys to go and hang out. With us, because we're going to be there too. And Seth is going to be the point man for fielding your questions and so on. We're going to have the whole team pitching in this weekend, but in the long haul, he's your man, and he's really awesome at it. So his background is in the games journalism industry, so he's got a really cool perspective that adds a lot to our knowledge. I have no journalism background whatsoever. I take pictures, which is the closest thing, I guess. But yeah, so we're lucky to have him. He's going to be playing the game with us today. So you guys grab controllers. There's one there. There's one here. Yes, absolutely.
No, Seth. Someone's asking Seth if he's Fernando Torres' brother. I have no idea who Fernando Torres is, but
that's great.
send us an IMDb
I think
link.
it's a no, but we would like to.
I want to
yeah.
see a link now. I need to find out who Fernando
Fernando.
Torres is.
Yep.
But
Are we releasing Mac or Linux today? Do you know?
So today we are releasing the Windows version. Mac, I know, is like, if not already, it is like in there this weekend. It's gonna be in there. Like, we have the Mac version. It's a matter of actually putting it on Steam in an orderly fashion. So as of right now, within the 15 minutes, I don't think we're gonna have the Mac version ready right then. But it is coming real soon. Linux is right after it as well. And we have an Android version, which we revealed last week on Friday. We had the very first running version of that, where NVIDIA sent us some Shield tablets to test this out on and show it off, and it runs surprisingly well. It runs like a solid 30 frames a second. So we'll show that. But it's just to mention that we have it on multiple platforms, which is cool. So we're gonna play the game now. Can we get the main screen, please, Drew? So for the next, we have about 15 more minutes before we do the big launch. So we're gonna show one of these game modes that I mentioned. So
Oh, can we switch to audio, please?
yes, is it not giving
So
it?
Seth, this is Fernando Torres.
Is it?
I could see some resemblance. So you add a beard to that. He looks handsome.
Clearly they are brothers.
Yeah.
I didn't think they meant that, Fernando. He plays for Barcelona, right?
Yeah, I accidentally banned Mubat for like 600 seconds. Yeah, my bad. He was posting something I had deleted. It's buggy. Screw it.
Okay, so we are gonna check out the game a little bit here. So
Yeah, I
Here we
know.
go.
I banned Mubot, which is the bot I use to do
okay.
announcements.
yeah,
but
the
I'm like,
the
screw
bot
it.
was a little bit verbose, right? So you guys see the main
So many
screen
questions.
now, and yeah, there's a lot of questions. Let's field a few questions before we start racing.
Yeah, so people are asking, what frames will the game have? How much content is
Frames?
in the Steam Early Access version? Let's start with that one.
The content in the Steam Early Access version, in terms of game content, I assume.
Yes.
So we have what we're doing here, and if you go to our Steam page and look at our there's a video, the second video on the Steam page. I go into detail about what we're trying to do with this. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the stream live now, but the long and the short of it is that we're trying to evolve the concept of early access, where instead of just giving you an early version of a game and letting you tell us what you want, we actually want to have you show us what you want with the tools that we build with it. We've spent 7 years on the tools and the engine built from scratch with this in mind as a strategy to have you involved way earlier than you would in a modding scenario. So modding kind of implies that it's something that happens after the fact. You know, the game is done and like you get to tinker with it now. We have the concept of, instead of modders, you're contributors, and you're going to get involved early on in this early access process with the same tools that we have, and they're really powerful. They're much better than what developers typically would develop for themselves, because we've polished them out and made them super robust and consumer grade, I would say, almost, where you have the possibility to make stuff for us to check out, but we're also going to be making the game ourselves, you know, and we have enough of a direction and structure for the game that it really gives you an idea of what the game is. So there's enough content in there right now. I feel confident to say that you really get a good feel for where we're going for with Planetoid Pioneers, and it shows the potential of the engine, it shows the potential of the game mechanics. We have a lot of really unique, cool game mechanics in there that we'll show off. But it's very modular, and that's kind of where we're getting at with the Planetoids being individual kind of mini games in a way that live in their own space, so to speak. So when you go to one of those with your Pioneer, it has all these mechanics that we're going to show you an example of right now. So when we zoom out and we see this kind of asteroid belt that will keep growing as more people in the community submit things to the workshop that you subscribe to. They will actually pop up in this asteroid belt. And you see that there's stuff here that also I've deleted a scene, and then there's just rubble there. But this can keep growing for quite a bit. As you can see, there's going to be a lot of space for different places. And we're going to go to the Racetoid, which is the racing planetoid of our content right now. So to answer the question it's hard for me to give you a complete overview of what we have in there, but you're going to get an idea of one of the game modes right now. So are you guys okay there?
Yeah, I'm just making sure I can pull the controller out of his
Oh,
hand.
Jesus.
Oh,
He's
okay.
got his monkey feet
he's
going.
got his-
Yeah, that
my
is.
foot on the controller,
Yeah, right.
He's about 7 feet tall.
Excellent, excellent. All right, so the way this works, this is like you see when I'm zooming in and out of here. It's a circular world, and when we zoom in, you see that we have a starting line, and we're gonna race around this thing. So I will. Okay, so you guys already started by wiggling the controls, and like I want to make sure that you guys understand that everything is a work in progress, including the control mappings. And you choose your vehicle by just pressing up. Excellent. And now I will join as well. And you're climbing that thing. So now when this timer counts down, it'll be the start of the race. And someone already jumped out of their vehicle, and you're gonna get left behind, and that's fine because this is like the Micro Machines model. So if we oh no, Sean's gonna get rowdy. He's like really into hockey.
Oh, that was a mistake. That was a horrible.
Yeah.
I made
So
a
hold
huge mistake.
down the A button, and you actually hold down the A button until you're inside, and don't press it again because you're gonna leave the vehicle.
there.
Yeah, exactly. So just keep going. So yeah, if I believe it's Seth who's in the lead right now, and as soon as he goes to the next, he hits the next gate. He has beautiful crown on right now. So now the next gate, we will be back in action.
Yeah,
so
that
now
crown is
actually,
amazing.
Sean is. I'm backwards for some reason. Actually, I'm in front right now, so that's good for me. And
I'm saving you.
yeah, you're
I'm out
safe.
of my
Oh, I broke
oh,
my vehicle
I got
horribly.
blown up.
My whole vehicle just broke because it got
I've been
flinged up.
exploded.
So I need to go continue on foot right now. Or
I think I'm dead too.
yeah, no, you're not dead. You're just off the screen, which means that you're gonna show up in the next. Oh wow, I cannot manage this. So what I will do is actually go in the opposite direction and absorb my vehicle and build a new one. So that's actually not something I'm able to do. All right, you guys, there's something obviously wrong with this level. So I'm gonna fix
Oh,
that.
no.
Okay, so this is a great example. So we have a bug right now. It got introduced at some point.
The gravity's off.
Yeah, no, it's not the gravity. It's this boost up, and I can actually go into the editors. This is a cool little example of what we can do. So we can actually go here and go, instead of that being such a large area where the boost happens, I'm just going to make it smaller, and it saves the scene, and now we should be able to drive on over there. And you see how it's not flinging us up anymore? Just move. Why are you moving the opposite direction? Don't move up to your thing. We just go on foot, and okay, someone did it. His crown is like down over his head. Which is
part of my head. The part
going
of the
down.
head.
exactly, yeah, exactly. So you just keep going, and now we're gonna come back. Oh, you're out of a vehicle now, and I am going to where that. Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys.
Mine.
Yeah, yes, that was a mistake on my part. On my part, yeah. So
Run.
like you're seeing also the tentacle is just a kind of a placeholder art, but he has a lot of cool functionality. You're actually pushing your wheel across the finish line, and you won. I don't know who won actually that, but we have the time, which is 111 seconds, which is the worst time I think we've ever had. Yeah.
Won.
So
It's a lot fightier than it usually is.
yeah, it is. So wiggle, and then the next one wiggles. So this is actually cool because we can have any controller plugged in. We can have Steam controller support, PS4 controller. All those work. You just plug in and play. Even hot plugging, you know, in and out. Oh, we totally screwed up that, didn't we? Now we're back. We're back. Oh, I love how you actually spawn in the front. So I'm in the front now as the robot, and someone just got owned in the back there. So this again is a racing planetoid where we're just racing around the planet. And all the physics are in effect. I actually picked up a gun. I'm gonna shoot the leader from afar. Yeah. So okay, so I dropped my gun, and excellent. I broke the front of my wheel, and you just jumped out of your vehicle. So you see how my wheel is actually not there anymore? There's only a small part of it, and I will now go on foot because that seems to be the best option here. Oh man, I lost a crown though. That was a poor decision on my part. Okay, I'm coming after you. Oh wow, that's quite good.
Yeah, so some people are asking about the fact that how our split screen is gonna work. You guys might have noticed that we're actually using a Micro Machines type camera
Yeah.
in this game mode specifically.
Oh, God.
So
whoa, what's going on? Sorry.
no worries. So the moment like someone is far ahead, the rest kind of like dies,
ditch these
and then they
cars.
respawn at a new spawn point. Now these are all things that we can change in the editor
Wow.
pretty easily,
Good job, good job.
and we will have different games. Like this is work in progress. So.
Well, I realized that somebody else's car was.
Yes, I know I am spooky with this camera.
Yeah. So I muted myself so you can talk.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Oh yeah. So wait. Did you get? Okay, we reset. So we can actually choose different vehicles. I didn't even.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you go side to side and you choose different vehicles.
Yeah, you can pick a better vehicle. If you pick the yellow one, you actually can press the right stick and it'll get hooks out of the wheels and you can stick to walls. So try that. So whoever's there you go. So you can actually drive up a wall.
Yeah. So that's what you guys picked is like the most. Yeah. It's a carbon fiber like super light one, but it also has that happen too quite often. So pretty crappy. It is. So I'm gonna.
Whoever made that, whatever contributor, not very good.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, that's efficient.
Yeah, it's an official thing. So
Hero,
yeah.
You failed me for the last.
We'll have a look
Exactly.
through Canadian.
Yeah, so here you guys are back. I'm gonna shoot you in the back now.
We're gonna break.
I'm gonna shoot you in the back as I'm behind you now. Oh wow,
Getting requests for crabs.
crabs. Okay, yeah, we need to
Free
get
crabs.
the yeah. There's it's like Sean. Is that what you were doing there? Okay, so I'm just gonna power over you with my spiky wheels. Oh no, don't
Oh,
do that.
my head is
I made a huge
on
mistake.
fire.
Yeah,
Oh,
your
boy,
head
I'm
is.
gonna win, I'm gonna win.
Yeah, just keep going.
No,
Just,
it won't
why
go.
won't
Come
go?
on.
Oh, your vehicle is so poorly constructed that it actually just stopped in its
You
tracks.
all have enough like resources to actually print something if you wanted to.
I think printing is actually turned off.
Oh, it's turned
for
off.
the
Okay,
race time,
good,
yeah.
good, even better.
Because
Don't you think we
That's
would've
good.
done
That would be
Yeah,
super
exactly,
messy.
Exactly.
Oh,
So
yeah.
someone's gonna get picked up. Love it. Wait. Okay. Yeah, I won.
Oh, Cows, that's
I
already
think I
happened.
won,
Thank you, though.
But
that's
you can still race somehow. So you notice that his head is all red right now, and that's because it's actually warm. When something gets really hot, too hot, it starts burning. It combusts. And if it goes blue, it means it's cold, and that means the joints are frozen.
Yes, Kane,
and
there are
also
grappling
you're
hooks.
brittle. So if you get hit, it'll shatter you. So I am. We're rolling up on 3 minutes.
Yeah,
to
we got
launch.
3 minutes left until we're actually gonna press the launch,
launch button. So we have a quick
it
race in
becomes.
there.
Cool, dude.
Yeah,
See,
so let's-
Mubot is just annoying. I am going to
So we're
ban
gonna
him
get
again
the,
because he's
crab
posting
going.
something that
Freeze again.
shouldn't
Yeah,
be.
you see, you're making us blue right now.
There.
You already made 2 of
I'm
my
so
legs
sorry.
break off.
That's right.
So
Yeah, he's
yeah.
broken.
Hey,
Mubot is broken.
I don't know what happened there. I think I'm like actually dead as a crab, so I will not be. I'm like stuck with 2 legs in
Come
the
on,
front.
hockey bot.
All right, we're gonna all do crabs. We're gonna all do crabs.
Be a crab.
Okay, we'll do a hockey bot and freeze us.
Where's my hockey bot?
Yeah. Yeah, you're like a hockey fan. You're like the biggest hockey bot. Okay, so you already selected something. That's one of the things we need to fix where it doesn't do that again. Yeah, that was
Money
that was
printing
one of you guys.
machines.
Don't
there's
push that
there's a Trump character
Sounds like me
that
trolling-
like launches
trolling us right
money.
now.
There we go.
Okay, so yeah, you got the hockey bot or the crab.
I guess.
I think yeah, you are the hockey bot. Yeah, perfect.
Oh,
so
thanks
we're
for the follow.
Now we're going.
Kagemaru.
The crab has a crown on it. That's
No, I'm a
awesome.
crab.
Oh,
I'm a
you're
crab.
yeah,
You're
you're.
a hockey bot.
Oh, I'm not.
Okay, I guess I got the hockey bot.
Okay.
But I didn't press anything.
Well, you're good. You're good. So you just keep going. I love the fact that the crabs get the crown. That is so epic.
It's a
And
king
the-
crab.
Yeah, pretty much. And now the crabs are not kinglet. Yeah, so if you freeze me, you'll see that I actually turn blue and my little legs are even
Blue
less.
crab.
Yeah, and my leg actually broke because it was frozen. So it's like now I have
And I
one.
ran too.
I have one leg left. If you go to the next checkpoint.
1 minute left, guys.
All right, so I think we should wrap that up then. We got the.
We
got the
can get
crab.
back to it.
So, yeah, totally. We'll definitely get back to this. But okay, there's the crabs. I love it. Oh, you totally smashed me. So you froze me, and then you landed on me. So you're just like, oh, whoever did it, one of you
I'm the horrible
jerks.
human being.
Yeah, you jerks. All right,
I'm
so.
just trying to flip through space.
All right. So Drew, can we get back to the main screen?
Main screen
Drew, can we
turn
get-
on.
Yeah, main screen turn on, please.
Hey, it's sub 1 minute. That's the best score. All right.
Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
we're actually like I'm not sure. Have you guys? I mean, Sean, you have witnessed multiple game launches. I am sure.
Oh,
How
almost
many?
600.
Almost 600.
600.
No, no,
Holy
no.
crap.
I've witnessed
That's-
more than that, but I've been involved in like 590. at this
590.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
No,
That
he's
is-
he's a machine.
He is not shitting. Like this guy has some serious.
point.
Yeah.
Serious.
Yeah.
Just a few more seconds left, guys.
So a few more seconds. So what we're gonna do is press this button on this laptop that has a touchscreen. They're actually gonna be mashing the Publish Now button on Steam for Planetoid Pioneers Contributor Edition,
yeah.
and this will launch it on Steam. Literally, this is not fake.
No.
I have zoomed in and made it a really small screen, kind of browser window because this is the back end of Steam, and there's an NDA thing. We can't like show this anything else on
Not
the screen.
beyond the button.
So yeah, so the button is there and
What
it's
is it
published
mean?
now, and we're gonna press that very short order. I think we're ready.
Yeah.
Is everyone ready?
I think
All right.
is the audience ready for
Is that
this?
champagne? Is that
It's not
champagne?
champagne,
All right.
it's
Okay.
scotch.
Okay. We'll show it on the camera. We're gonna have a little bit of scotch.
I tried to tell him it wasn't gonna bubble.
I'm gonna put my finger there too.
Okay, your finger. Oh yeah, no, further out. Yeah, I'm pulling your finger. Don't make anything happen. All right, good.
no.
So
That's
so
not
it's
how
your
you
honor.
carbonate it.
exactly, yeah. All right, I think we're ready, guys.
Yeah, go
This
for
is-
it.
Okay, I'm gonna have a glass of a little sip of water.
Yeah.
Because this-
Me too.
Be ready.
Cheers.
Mm. Cheers, buddy. Give me a.
And this is just the beginning, guys. This is us getting on early access and actually working on this thing even more.
Yeah. So
So-
this is a starting shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
After we push this, we're gonna have some scotch. But I clink those glasses. All right. So
Don't click the cancel thing.
Yeah,
makes
exactly.
sense.
All right, guys. This is it. We
Here we
are
go.
counting down. 3, 2,
2,
1. Boom!
Ooh.
All right. Something's happening.
Uh-oh.
Something's happening.
Shirt
it's
off.
Good. It's good. It's good. Yeah. Let me zoom out because it is. Yeah. It's like there's a little twirly thing there.
It says, "Dear Dan, you showed our back end."
Yeah. Exactly. there's a little twirly thing. It's gonna load and do its thing and publish. I think. We're gonna see.
Go to the Steam page.
It's that. What do you
It's
mean?
live.
It's
live.
live. You guys see it?
Oh!
Sweet.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We're gonna do a little bit of that.
I'm good. I'm having water.
Oh yeah, and you're driving. Yeah, Sean's
Yeah.
driving. So
Yeah.
here we go, Vlad. A little
Yeah,
little
yeah.
little something for you. Do you have
Cheers,
one
guys.
for Drew as well?
Yeah, well, just a second. I kind of overpoured one.
What are you?
Oh,
what are
yeah.
you serving?
Drew can handle
What
that.
is this?
Scotch. This is Shieldike.
Showbike?
Give me the
18
bottle,
years
please.
scotch. I like that. I
Yeah,
can
this
appreciate
is-
18
this
years.
is some badass
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
that Seth brought because he's a boss.
Is this from Ohio?
I have
this
no.
is, it's Scotch, man.
Yeah, there's only one place this to come from.
From Scotland.
All right, Scotland. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. I'm gonna put it over here, and then we're gonna have a little toast. All right, guys.
We're only,
This is Team Data Realms
we want to
cheering. Cheers. Amazing. And cheers to everyone else on the team who are not here in the flesh,
Who are
but are
watching.
watching right now. I'm sure. Shout out to everyone. I mean, really, this is an amazing moment. We worked on this for 7 years, and today we're releasing it to the public. So enjoy. Yeah, that water, I'm sure. I'm gonna,
Tambu Scalia, our lawyer, is toasting with us. He says he has some 18-year-old Chivas right at
I
his
love
place.
it.
So cheers
Tom-
to you, Tom.
Tom B is the bomb, yeah. And you guys probably know each other. Yeah. You've been in the industry, old dogs. So we're super. I'm gonna take a sip. 1 second. I'm gonna stop talking. And take a,
Pioneers, baby.
stop talking. What?
Shut up. Put the Scotch.
wow, that
I'll
is-
take over. It's I like it. It's smooth.
Yeah, it's smooth. That's good stuff.
It's,
So, yeah, no,
not too peaty, not too nice.
yeah, this is amazing. This is amazing. So I'm gonna my cluttered desk here.
So I think
Yeah, do
that
it.
I'm going to do the honors and test this baby. So if we actually go to the Steam store page right now, what do we see? What do we see? We don't see a buy button just yet, but I guess there's a little delay.
No, you've already bought it.
Oh wait, no, I have to sign in.
You have
there
to
you
sign
go.
in. That's another thing.
Sign in.
So, Vlad has his band hammer here as well.
Yeah, but no
He's,
one's been naughty. I'm
Yeah, I know.
I'm sad. I haven't been using it.
Yeah, exactly. These little naughty boys and girls in the chat. All right. So
No, everyone's been behaving incredibly. It's not published yet. It's not available yet.
No, it's
No, it's true.
what do you
It's
mean?
not there yet.
It's
but
not?
it takes a while, guys.
It says
I
log
mean,
in still, so you are not logged in.
Oh my
can
God.
someone log in who doesn't own the game?
Yeah.
Because
Can
like
we-
I
Yeah, can we see if anyone can actually buy the thing? You don't have to buy it. We're not trying to pressure you into buying our thing.
No, not at
Just
all.
like look at if there's a.
yeah, we must wait a little bit.
all
but
right, all right.
I can't see it on my thing because I already own the game.
A laptop. No, I mean, I have it already. I own it.
We never-
But
Can-
you already own it.
Does someone have a screenshot for us
No,
about
I
like
own
what
it,
the
so I'm
Steam
not gonna
store
be able to
page
buy it.
looks like if you don't own the game yet?
Let's see here.
Watch, go to the
We're gonna
store.
go. Yep.
Kibituna, really?
Process a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, good. So Sean's gonna.
So-
Guys, it doesn't happen like instantaneously. Like we
Yeah, okay, well, I need to log in
you
first.
guys
I
are
need to log in,
witnessing this
obviously.
ceremonial thing, but it's
maybe not on
coming.
the stream. I'm gonna do this in here. I'm logged in here. Store.
Yeah, Steam Cash.
Planetoid. I'm gonna type it in my fast. Yeah, we're
Okay, we got
definitely-
some screenshots coming in from our viewers.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course it's a Spanish
That has been out there
screenshot.
for a while.
Próximamente.
It's in the library. I
Este
can-
artículo
Yeah.
todavía no
Yeah.
está disponible in Spanish.
What does that mean?
It is not yet available.
It's not okay. So
Yeah.
if it doesn't show up in 30 minutes, we're gonna call Valve.
Yeah, we'll call Valve live
yeah.
on the stream.
It's gonna be live on the stream. We're
It's
gonna
like,
be like, hey guys,
What's up?
We already drank the Scotch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we have a problem. Exactly. We already celebrated. So
But I think one of the things that is special for us, and I'm sure some of you guys are watching, is we actually had people test out the game before we launched it, and some of you made amazing stuff. And we still had a competition running for the best creations, best GIF animations, and best screenshots.
Yes.
Now, I have, together with some of the team members, looked at the creations, and we've come with some winners who are going to win some awesome Steam keys from friends of ours, befriended indie developers.
yeah.
And aside from that, we have Sean here, our special guest, who will be picking the winners from the screenshot and GIF competition by looking through them
'Cause he
real
has
briefly.
very good judgment after
Yes.
500 launches and games.
Exactly. Yeah,
In
he's.
the water.
And water, yeah,
I'm
exactly.
guessing. I'm guessing
Very
the
good
amount of
judgment.
games he has like been confronted with is like 100-fold. I'm sure.
Yeah.
And then you pick the best ones to work with. Of course,
Yeah.
that's how I would do
So
it.
we are honored, actually. Like,
I
legit.
did want to say that this game is much better than Sabrina the Teenage Witch for Game Boy Advance.
Whoa.
Which we launched back in
That you have-
Wow.
2001.
You
A
worked on.
stunning endorsement.
Yeah, exactly. It is. It is. It is.
On the showroom floor.
Right.
That's about as bad as it used to get.
All right.
Oh,
See you,
wow.
Nimeni.
Blue's
Wow.
Clues.
Take care.
Blue's Clues for.
But they count. The 500 and something, you know,
They
the Sabrina
count.
counts. Yeah,
They
there you go.
count.
That's good. All right, so did you have in mind a way for us to show those, Vlad?
I did a couple ET.
Yeah. So someone is actually Kane is mentioning that the game is on the released list.
No,
You can
not
just
that,
not buy it yet, so it's
Oh,
available.
interesting.
So yeah, I mean let's look at the winners. So Dan, if you actually go to that blueprint folder that you shared with me on your computer,
Yes.
you should be able to see a winners folder where I have handpicked the all the blueprints of the winners from
What did you call it? Winners? Yes. I
yes.
see it. Very
So every single
love it.
winner is in a folder. I'm not sure if we should like share that so everyone already sees who won
Oh, oops.
and spoil it.
Spoiler alert.
Oh
Spoiler
no!
good. Oh, it's all good.
You
It's all
can
good.
drag the winners into.
I will. I will. Yeah, absolutely. So, Drew, can we get?
So if you start from the top, then I can also just announce them because I.
Yes. So we're gonna go to one of these smaller. Humbletoid is a good one. It's
Yeah,
a,
since we were part of the Humble Monthly Bundle in
exactly.
February.
And Humble are good friends of ours. We're actually on their Humble store as well. So we hopefully are live there at this point, I think. Anyway, so you can
Yeah,
also
we're
buy the game there
seeing
too. But either way, we give you options. You get a Steam key there anyway, so you know you're getting it up on Steam. So we're gonna show off the different things in here. We're gonna start at the top, or what do we do? Where do we want?
Yeah, so you just start at the top, and I will announce the winner because
Cool.
I think it's in alphabetical order.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So a little background here. We've had a pioneer program, we call them. It was a closed beta for about a year or so.
Yep.
And they've kind of lived on this Discord server where oh wow, there's pictures on here. I love it, of the scotch we just drank.
Awesome.
And everyone in here, you know, we have our developers, but then we also have our pioneers in blue here who have learned how to use the tools. They've had access to test builds of Planetoid Pioneers and the Crush 2D engine, so they can make stuff and share with us. And this is the really cool part. You might have seen this in the trailer, how you're able to drag and drop blueprints that you make in the game into Slack and out of Slack, or any browser or anything that accepts a, so we can do this kind of magic where we actually have, Trump all of a sudden showing up in the game, dropping money bombs on us. And they act like acid and actually burn us. It's some kind of political statement here, I'm sure. We're
not sure.
It's not our statement,
It's
but
not our
We'll
statement,
decipher
exactly.
this one. It's
Yeah. So
clearly a pro Ted Cruz person.
exactly. Yeah. So we have magical stuff in here. Like this is an ice crab, which just will freeze everything, and he will make Trump's chin actually blue from. Whoa! Now he's launched into space. This is pretty epic. I'm gonna read. I love the fluttering of the dollar bills. So that just gives you an idea how people have given us these assets. They just drag them in there. They make them in the editors, and we can give a little tour of the editors in a second too. But they make whatever they want. They save them, and everything about the blueprint they made, like the crab or the Trump or the robot, gets saved in this one file that just looks like an image, but it actually, there's a beef worm here. Thank you, Cowslands, for your creativity. Yeah, we got a head crab. So you see there's just like a whole stream of awesomeness in here, and we've picked out the best things that we're going to go over right now. And I can just do that by, again, dragging and dropping from Explorer here or a browser. It doesn't matter where from, and we can show off all these things. Oh wow, this is amazing. Cool. That is amazing. So this, I can already recognize what this. Whoa! all right. That's Airman, I believe. Or,
yeah.
From Mega Man. And who was responsible for that beauty?
Arkman.
Arkman.
Yeah. So he wins like
lost
best
my head.
WTF
Literally lost my
there.
head. Yeah.
So congratulations, Arkman.
Yeah, exactly.
We will be sending you a Steam key of one of the games that we got Steam keys up from our friends.
A little overpowered.
You can pick. We have a variety of different Steam keys ready.
Yeah, so
that's gonna be fun.
So what happened to these guys who are in blue in our when they made anything for us and submitted it to the rest of the community to check out and play with, and for us to consider to actually put in the official game too, which is an interesting thing. I go over that on the Steam page. You can see the video where I talk about our strategy there. But the cool thing here is that they made these things and they got a key to Planetoid Pioneers just as a thank you for actively trying to make something with the tools and giving us feedback on everything. So these guys have keys to Planetoid Pioneers, but now they're actually getting keys to other games because they made especially awesome stuff. So Arkman, thank you for your... Okay, here's the beef worm for Cow's Landsler. Oh wait, why is this guy... Oh, here we go. Let me see. Did he save this with a... We actually have a problem with this one for some reason, Vlad.
It might be my mistake.
Yeah.
So we can get the beef worm
Yeah, we can get
from,
beef worm
from the blueprint folder.
Yeah, it was in here. So yeah, so Vlad was juggling these like right before.
Yeah,
and
last
might
minute.
have-
So I
might
apologize
have
for the
actually-
technical difficulties
Yeah,
here.
messed that up. But this is the cool thing too. I can just drag it into that cow's land. Yeah, so I think there's beef balls coming out of him now.
Oh
So-
my God, he shoots stuff now?
Yeah.
Oh,
he
against
is, like-
anti-air.
Yeah,
Ah,
I
that
get.
makes so
Oh,
much
that's right.
sense.
So this is another sense of context for you guys. Wow, that is gross.
Amazing.
To the max.
See, I didn't even see that before we picked him.
Category.
Yeah, what is there any categories to these guys, or is
Yeah,
it just
it's
in
it's
general?
best art, best programming, best WTF.
So what is the first guy?
Go vegan ad.
What?
Yeah,
exactly.
or multiple, because like some of them fall in multiple
I
categories,
see.
right?
But can you announce for us like who got what for the first one?
So I mean, you guys can guess. Airman is WTF because it's just amazing.
Yeah,
but
he's pretty awesome.
the art is from Capcom, so can't give you points on that one.
Yeah.
But the programming is in there too, so it's WTF is just a culmination of things that just blow our minds.
Right.
Together with
So I want to give it a little more context as well, because some of these things, including that beef worm we just saw, were made for this specific planetoid, which is the
Thanks for following, Acer.
Colosseum-oid. It's a Colosseum arena where two creatures get randomly selected at first and just to battle it out. And these guys are not doing a great job of it, I gotta say. And they go at it automatically. So two AIs will actually fight against each other, and this is also kind of a boring match there, but we're gonna get some good ones here. So we have the Bacon Bot versus the Frosty Bot, and they will kind of duke it out right away. And you see how Frosty Bot immediately lost. No, he still has his frosting thing going on. Yeah. So, but he's not doing too hot.
$10 on bacon.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So this has actually been running on our stream here, where you're watching right now, 24/7, and it constantly has these battles. So whenever one of these guys perishes and loses the battle, he gets replaced with the next challenger. So.
I thought this was Vlad up 24/7 for the last week.
Oh no. He's
No
had
idea.
better things to do for sure. I've kept him much busier than that. So as you can see, the Frosty Bot is still hanging in there, but as soon as he actually meets his demise, he will be replaced, and it just keeps putting two AI creatures against each other. And the really cool part of this is that yes, you can watch this on the stream, and we will have betting actually. There's mechanisms for that already. We've seen other indie friends of ours do that. And it's a draw apparently because the Frosty Bot is made out of metal, so he doesn't burn readily. If that was something made out of flesh, it would not have done very well. So a draw means that there's two new.
Little dude.
Yeah, exactly. That little guy, he's not gonna do well against the bot worm. Is pretty much, except for anti-air. The bot worm is gonna wreck.
Only bot costing.
Will
it's
handle it.
just
Yeah.
good.
So what I was getting at, is that we started out with with
Zack
only
Attack, thanks for
stuff
following.
from our own community, from our own vanilla content. We started this with, but then we invited everyone in the contributor community to build their own things and just drag
thanks,
it into
Instarts.
the Discord channel, and from there we have an automatic way that it grabs. It's a bot that grabs everything from there and puts it into this stream that we've been going. So the beef worm, for example, that is now doing anti-air. If I pull him in again, which I can do here.
Oh, he's right there.
Yeah, okay, beef worm. We were just talking about him. Speak of the devil, and he appears. As you can see,
Dan,
Kyle's Lancer.
you forgot a step in the Steam launch process.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's
gotta click the
there's a second
Oh,
second
okay,
are
let me
you
do it.
sure button,
Where's my? Yeah, what are you doing?
and I just mailed Steam as well because I was curious.
Okay,
So we should actually.
this is
it's
hilarious.
a warning button. Are
Yeah,
you
actually,
sure?
Actually, it says it's even better. It's even better. If you're ready to make your app playable, can we get the front, please? So we kind of jumped the shark and didn't finish this. So yeah. So this is funny. So this says if you're this dialog pops up and it says if you're ready to make your app playable to customers right now, please type the phrase "release my app" into the box below. So I'm gonna have to type "release my app" and release now. Now there's an actual green button that will actually release things. I hope.
Wait, I was gonna say, are you really sure?
Exactly.
Are you really sure? Yeah, let's just be safe on that
Okay,
one.
so I'm gonna actually look at this. We already did the scotch. And
It's been like what 4 years since you launched like
yeah,
Chorus
and
command
it
on
it was
Steam.
not
So
this automated then.
No,
or
this
like
is
self-serve
different.
kind of deal.
release the
So there-
Kraken.
there's another little spinner now.
There's one more button.
We might have timed it out in this immediate period, so we might have to redo this whole.
Yeah.
fun
We are
process.
releasing it.
Yeah, we
It's
are-
live, Sose
we're working
says.
on it.
It's
We're working
live.
on it.
Yes.
It's live?
Finally, yes. It's.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Meanwhile,
Sose,
you're
it's.
supposed to
I
Someone
posted.
else says it was.
Sose said he just posted a review, so it's live.
Okay.
No, but no, Sose has the freaking key for a while. He has the game already.
Yeah. So who does not have the game, because you do get to see different things. Who does not has? I can has.
Yeah.
But I
It
can.
is, yeah.
This thing is grody. It is doing grody.
All right, I think we need to redo this. So I'm gonna prepare for launch. I'm gonna publish.
No, it's live.
You sure?
Yeah,
Nice.
look.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Love it.
I don't. I don't say.
All right. Okay. Next second round. We're gonna do another.
Second
Yeah.
cheers.
Second cheers. There you go. Cling.
Achievement
Cling.
unlocked.
Yes. You got to be smarter than Val. So yeah, you can fist bump us.
out of
Yeah.
water.
Oh yeah. I'll give you some more. All right. Here we go.
Oh,
Sean,
finally.
here's some more.
Okay.
Let's do a little poury.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Thank you.
Uh huh.
This
All
is
right.
gross.
It is super gross.
It's
Does
the
it not
grossest
make?
form I've ever seen.
Yeah. It.
And what
Alright.
it's doing to Margaret Thatcher here. Oh.
We going back to the game?
Suri was saying
Back to the
$40 bucks. Yes,
Alright.
it is $40.
And the reason it is $40 is well described on.
So
the Steam-
Skitkov, that price tag though, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Surprise.
No, it's there's a really good reasoning for it, and I do go over it in the video, the second video on our Steam store page. I'm not going to dive into it right now, but yeah, we have our reasons, and hopefully they make sense to you. And if not, we look forward to hearing your complaints in the hub.
Yeah, the
So-
community hub.
The
Yeah,
community hub.
pretty
So
much.
yeah, I'm not kidding. Like, we want to hear your feedback. So come in there and tell us your thoughts.
Yeah.
Try to be constructive, please, and not rude.
Yeah, that second
but,
video that
it's
is
probably
up
too
on
much asked.
Steam, that's where Dan goes into detail
Yeah.
and explains to you what exactly we're planning and why we're doing this pricing model for now. And just understand that it's for your benefit and it's for our benefit, and that when we leave early access, this game will be a much different experience than it is now.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, watch that video. It'll answer all your questions, and if not, then ask us those questions on the forums.
Yeah, we're on the
So
forums. We're here.
back here in the. Yeah, so this is actually a thing that we will start to. We'll have to start to enforce some rules. You know, just like the UFC or any kind of like contact sport. There's no going to be eye gouging and so on, but
No performance enhancing code.
exactly, because this guy, you know, so there's actually literally each of these things have a script running, and in there should be a reasonable check for when they're dead. Okay, so when they've actually, oh, he's got the streak of 11 wins so far. We'll see if the Trumpinator will. Trump is also like almost indestructible. I think he.
That's why he's
tried
in
to
the air now.
Yeah, exactly. So he has some, because before the worms could not handle anything that flew above them. I mean, oh, he's actually taking some chunks out of there. But I just wanted to show this this Coliseum. We're gonna go back to the competition in a second. The entries. He's actually getting like burnt beef, like it's brown now. It's like a seared beef. That's pretty awesome. But and this is also part of our physics engine. That is a materials-based effect system. So things when you make stuff in the game, you get to assign what material they are. So are they flesh? Is it metal? Is it wood? And they will actually have plausible effects. They're not completely fleshed out. No pun intended. They're not completely done yet. Nothing is completely done yet. Actually, that's a point I can't stress enough. Is that everything is a work in progress.
Yeah.
Not only by us, but also by the contributor community.
Yeah, so we
who
have
you
a
can be
we
part
have a
of.
Discord channel that you can join if you bought the game
That's
and
gross. It's getting
have
grosser.
feedback or have questions. Tovkitskov is saying Russian version just has one character and executable Putin. I'm like, okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
Is that like
That's
is that
awesome.
a good thing? Is that a bad thing?
It's a good
What
thing.
is Trump made of? Blader asks. I think it's one of the floating AIs that drops bombs, but instead he drops money.
I think he's referring to the material, and I think he's still made of metal, which is wrong or right depending on your view.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
so
Tovkitskov says he's made of Mexican souls. Oh,
oh, rough.
that's rough.
Okay,
That's
so
that's close to me having to delete that message, but I'll let
Yeah.
it slide since
Yeah.
it's an insult to Trump.
okay, yeah. So no, yeah. So anyway, now we've checked out Kauslanzer's meatworm. This is Crash 159. He's one of the most prolific and most advanced makers of things. This is again, Vlad. We are having a problem with these blueprints. You screwed the pooch on these. I'm gonna go and
Well, it's funny because like some of the drag and dropped worked and some of them didn't.
you're dragging them, dropping them
so
out of the,
I would say the best thing is for
I'm
me
gonna
to
find them in here.
Yeah,
instead.
let me just announce them and tell you which ones you should get because I
Yes.
have the names right here.
Yes, please do that.
So let's start off with Fauna Trump. I mean, I think you already kind of
we're
showcased
talking
it.
about Crash.
Oh, we want to start with Crash? Okay.
We want-
so
yeah.
so Crash actually did multiple ones.
Yes. Give me one.
The
trying to
Crab
find-
Mech,
Crab Mech. Yep. We have that guy. Yes. So we
Yes.
have the Phoenix.
which was an interesting evolution.
Yeah. So we had the crab in the game for
Thanks for follow, Scary.
as a reference to Cortex Command, and then he just added awesomeness to this. Like, he's got the fire going, and he's got a little little bubble and robot legs, and he jumps and stuff, and he will deal damage that way. You know,
He's pretty beefy, actually.
he's quite the contestant. And if we put him against anyone else, you know, in the arena, he would actually hold up really well. So you can see that when we do stream 24/7 later when we're not on here. So that was definitely a winning thing. Go to next of Crush's things.
Yeah, he also has the Flying Crab Mech, and I will
Yes,
try
the Flying
to.
Crab Mech is here as well, which
and-
is
and you-
awesome.
Let's see what was it called
he
again?
just
Crab
shoots
Phoenix Mech,
death. Yeah, Phoenix Mech just shoots death down on anything he sees. So you see these things actually have AIs, and they detect things around them, and they aim their weapons. And those scripts were made by these guys who you know, made these things. So he's now done killing whatever is down there. We can drag in anything else we want to make as a target for him. So we can.
Talk a little about the fire physics.
Yeah. What's that?
Deadmau5
okay, so
Deadmau5 is one of the like pioneers that someone made where they
I'm not
covered
sure.
the entire.
Is he still in here though?
No, not.
I think we might
this
have
is
cleaned
not.
him
He
out.
didn't enter the competition.
Yeah, so we cleaned that out.
But
right?
the poop is an honorable mention. So
Yeah,
that's
okay. So that's coming up.
the poop
so,
golem. It's coming
yeah,
up.
so okay, golden
Speaking of
poop
materials, because he actually created a material specifically for this thing.
for the poop. Yeah.
Yeah. It is
So that's
metal.
pretty magical. So we have carnage here of beef and poop like in a unholy. So we're gonna have the Phoenix Mech, the golem, this guy,
Yeah.
and they're gonna both duke it out. The poop is not gonna do a lot, and the Phoenix crab is just gonna kind of do some tricks and play with its prey. I don't think he even sees the poop as a target anymore. Yeah, he fly upside down. I'm gonna get more poop in here because why not?
Don't forget to zoom in
Yeah,
into
exactly.
the action.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah,
he
the
killed
poops-
the poop
the poops are done.
immediately. The poop is
Yeah,
not
it's
very hardy.
water-based material.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
It's just gross. So when you see
But
like
let's
these
move on because we
PNGs
do have a lot of winners.
All right,
by
cool.
the way.
So I just wanted to point out that these PNGs, they look like an image. It's a preview, but also shows the metal, carbon, water, and silicon that they're made out of. So this is a ton of water. Literally, it's over 1,000 kilograms, and has some carbon. So that makes sense. You know, organic matter and water. So that's what we got in the poop.
It doesn't have implants if there's no silicone.
Oh no, absolutely, yeah. The silicon and silicone are two different things.
I know.
Silicon you find in rocks and in glass, so
Sand.
there's a little bit of
Sand.
sand. Exactly, yeah. So you have. So now we want the next one, please.
Yes.
So next contestant.
Let's start from the top. So we got Kibitina's Fauna Trump, which you actually already showcased briefly.
Yeah, the Trumpinator we've seen. So
yeah, and she
congrats
also
for making that.
and he or she also made the Mario Fireball, which is also
Okay.
aptly called Mario Fireball.
Mario. Okay, I'm gonna find that real quick. It's in this. It should be in the blueprints here. Mario. Machine. You guys gonna help me out?
I'll say the name. Weapon Fireball. So it's
Weapon-
W.
Okay, it's weapon fire. But yeah,
Yeah,
you
so it's actually a
definitely need-
weapon that the Pioneer can
Definitely need to
can
help
wield.
me there. Yeah, I don't see it. So can we find it in the winners here? What was it, Kibitina?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it here. Good.
Let's see
Except
if it works.
except now it doesn't work because you dragged it out in a funny way. So
I think that's the thing. It's like when you drag a PNG out of Discord.
actually, it works. I know
Oh.
how to make them work now. So it wasn't your
Cool.
fault. Yeah.
The
So
name's too long.
yeah, the name's too long, and it's something we're actually going to automatically do behind the scenes. But I'm going to pick up this fireball, and I know if you.
it
I don't know if
actually
you
makes
guys
the
can,
noise.
It makes the noise. I don't know if you can actually hear it. I don't have.
Thanks
I
for
have
follows, Ghost Bull on Epic
the
Fills.
FX being real low there, so I'm gonna make sure you guys can actually hear the fireball. Let's see if we can get another thing in there so we can use it on them.
Kill that Iron Man.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Osimo
the
arm.
Osimo,
He's kind of aggressive actually. Yeah, or
He doesn't
spastic.
care. He's
Well,
just, "I'm outta
he's-
here."
Yeah, he's in
ya.
orbit. Okay,
Bye.
that's good. Let's get something else. Like yeah, this crab guy, and we can. This almost looks like a. Oh wait, I don't know if these are doing damage, but they're
No,
flying
the
straight
crab
through-
guy is super powerful. They are
That's
doing
not
damage.
it. It's the fireball is actually flying through them because it's a particle and it's like actually.
It's heating
causing-
him up though.
Yeah, it's a little
now you gotta
janky. Yeah, okay,
jump
now
on it.
exactly. I can jump on it like Super Mario. So this is a really cool like concept, but
Oh, it's catching fire.
Yeah, it is catching fire. Oh, there we go. He's getting hot enough, and
He's cooking.
it's
He's
cooking. That's good. Yeah. So we defeated him with our fireball. So I like the sound. Wasn't that a sound winner?
Yeah, it was best WTF together with Fauna Trump.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay,
so next
keep-
up is Frustran with his clunker.
Clunker.
I think you remember the clunker one.
I do.
Yeah.
He's actually featured in our. I don't see him in here,
Yeah,
so I'm gonna.
he's featured on Steam.
Here.
One of
Well,
the
he's on the trailer. That's the thing.
Yeah, even that.
And he's actually going to be one of our first people in the contributor, the curated item workshop, which we can talk about in a second too. So here's the clunker. This thing is. I don't know how to describe it other than badass because he's gonna.
How much time did he spent a significant amount of time on the AI.
Yeah, it was 4 days, I believe. He told me that he spent 4 days just on the AI, and you'll see why because it aims like a champ. Anything else in here I put in here, it'll just react to it immediately. It'll be like, okay, I'm gonna shoot that until it's gone. And that's actually he's shooting it with a shotgun, which is not as effective.
It's heating it up though.
It's heating it up, but we can get we get the body in here. This is going to heat up even more because he has flamethrowers. And to answer your question, Sean, there's going to be a fight here. I like this. The fire physics. So the fire is particles. We have particle system, very advanced particle system engine in this larger game development engine. And the particles. We have some kind of stalemate. He shot the flamethrowers off of the hands of the robot, and he's now upside down. So if we have some advice for Frustran, I think that's his name, is that he could program that he would detect that he's upside down and actually use the turret to flip himself over at this
Yeah,
point.
that's actually a trick that is in the game if you have like turret-based vehicles.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's happening right now. So
Yeah, they have quite the punch as well. So.
yeah. The clunker is really cool. It has some really awesome just routines and AI going.
Yeah.
Again, everything was built with these tools that we have built into the engine. So these guys are doing this. They have a little guy, and we can actually look at the way he's put together from the different pieces that you just drag in as images. Those images are all here. We can change these textures. We can put someone's face on here if we wanted to. Let's see if we go Pioneer. We should be able to find some faces. We can have Arnie as the. This is gonna be great. So, okay. So if I click in this, now we have a purple Arnie face on this beautiful crab. And if I drag him if I just insert him into the game here, we have the Arnie crab. Oops. He is the Crabinator. He just got owned, and like I saw pieces of him fly over here. Let's see if we can do this guy. There we go. So we have a few of those guys going in there, and turn on the lighting. Oh geez, F2. Why is that not working? Okay, here we go. So we got the crab Crab Arnie. And as you can see, I was just using a picture, and it made it a physics object that is now active in the game as a physics object. You see how his like chin actually got hurt, and oh, here's like half a crab down here who's still alive. The Crabinator. So we're in this kind of horrible nightmare scenario here inside this unfinished Planetoid. But you get the idea that in the editing tools that are all live in here, you can do all this stuff. You can animate. You can do all the scripting as well. So the script is in here. You can actually hit this button, and it loads an editor that we ship with the game. This is an open source IDE, and I'm not going to dive too much into the technical stuff here. You can go nuts here. You can actually script anything you can imagine, these behaviors and control mappings and all this stuff for these guys that you would.
You made an
want to
Arnie
have
crab.
happen.
So let's
Yep.
see. Next up is Major.
Major?
He's in the winning folder with two items, both best art. He created an amazing Brain Buddy.
Brain Buddy. I'm gonna fix this name and put the Brain Buddy in there. Is he he's helpful, isn't he?
He is helpful.
He's
he,
helpful.
He floats around.
Yeah,
and,
and he's a brain. He
he's
has
a
little
brain, so
eye, and
he
actually
thinks with
does
you.
He look at things also? Is that little pupil? Am I imagining that the pupil is
No,
moving?
it's not. It's not yet automated,
not
but
yet,
I'm
yeah.
sure that he will figure out how
It
to
is.
do that
It
pretty
is
soon.
a possibility. Yeah. So
Yes.
and then we have the other thing here that he built. He actually made the art for this, which is really cool, and he did a good job with that brain, and this robot thing that I don't think is functional right now. He kind of
No,
just
it's
sits.
not. But the art is amazing,
Yeah,
which is
it's
what
really
he's
good.
winning
It's
the
really
award
good.
for.
So he matched the art of our the rest of our content and props for doing that, and that's why you won the art
Yeah.
category.
And aptly enough, our Thunderclap campaign just went out.
Oh, sweet.
Which means 140,000 people are now gonna see that through their Twitter stream.
Yeah. Sweet.
So thanks to all of you guys who helped out and supported us by pledging a tweet to Thunderclap as well.
That's awesome.
And let's see, what's the next winner? I
Little brain
see
buddy.
another
He's just hanging out.
best programming.
Okay.
I would say best overall in that sense.
Yeah.
And that's our good friend Soze from the UK,
Uh-huh.
who's done an amazing job creating not only a diverse amount of characters, but he's also transitioned a majority of the weapons arsenal from Cortex Command with the original sounds and the original artwork. So people are asking us, like, what's happening with Cortex Command? Well, we have some cool news about that
Look at
pretty
that.
soon. We're focusing on
Open this
Planetoid
guy up.
Pioneers. But you can see here, you can bring a big chunk of the Cortex Command experience over yourself if you want
Just
to.
like layered.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's
So
layered.
the meme bot
There's a minigun in there too.
is one of
I'm gonna
the
turn that.
characters that actually dominated the
arena so
the
much
arena
that we had
for
to
a very
like-
long time. We
Yeah,
had to
we had to retire
Yeah.
him into the Hall of Fame of overpoweredness, OP Hall of Fame. We're actually going to do that where we graduate the best or the most overpowered ones to to fight each other later on. But yeah, there's celery. There's so many memes in here that even like I have no
But
idea.
the thing that impressed me the most was how productive he was with the pixel weapons from Cortex Command. So that's what you're
Oh,
actually
fun,
getting
okay.
the award for best programming for, because you were super efficient in making all of these weapons incredibly diverse, really fast, and you just he churned out about, I think, 20 things.
I don't
Mastering
see
the
20
editor.
things in there,
No,
though.
I didn't put in 20 things because of
Oh,
the
I see,
time, but I
see,
just
okay.
put some of the highlights that
Oh,
I
sure.
was very impressed of.
Sure.
The throwing knife is a great one, Soze. He actually made a throwing knife
Yeah, I'm
that
gonna,
is
I'm gonna make
endless.
that happen right
Some
now.
machine guns, the banana laser. It's like it's amazing.
Banana
It's
laser.
like-
That sounds very promising. We're gonna have to check it out. So
Yeah.
this is a pixel art from our last game, Cortex Command,
with the sound
and
effects.
with sound effects, and we can demonstrate its lethality here by just putting out anything we want. Some. Oh, maybe not that one. That would be. I wouldn't feel good
Yeah.
shooting a girl. But we have.
My character.
It is. I'm shooting in the butt, as you say that. So.
Just like Deadpool.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So we have a very cool weapon here that has the sounds that are from the game, and all these sounds are also saved with the blueprints too. So it's pretty cool when you make something new, then it is everything about it gets saved in there. So we have what is this? This has got a kind of laser sword. Oh yeah, lightsaber. I think is the technical term.
Yeah, he made a lightsaber from scratch.
Exactly. So we're gonna
Here's the
cut up
Schwartz.
something here. Okay, we're gonna spider test. So this is an example also. The spider test here, as you can see, is all placeholder art. It's literally, I would say, programmer art. But he actually has some advanced movement with his legs. He will try to get over stuff. unless I just cut him up with this lightsaber, which is pretty badass. Okay, I love that. I love that.
I
What
think
else?
Triangleberries was kidding when she said the game, or he said the game sucks, because he was just praising us like a while ago. Oh wait, no, all his messages are deleted now. Oh boy, he was actually being nice to us.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. He's being nice by not being nice.
Thanks for the follows, because we will be, we
Yeah,
have
so
one
we've
more
got-
stream coming up next week, and big like this one where we're front paging Twitch, and then after that we will be streaming updates significantly. So don't forget to follow. I should say that. And thanks to everyone who is
Oh, man,
following.
the knives are kind of
us.
brutal. They gotta, like, make his
Chombi,
head go ahead.
Bone Arrow, Epic Fail, Ghost
Yeah.
Bula, Fanoodle,
Yeah, they're acid
Recam.
knives.
Thank you so much for
That's
following us.
interesting. So what's up next on the? Let me do the laser banana while you pull up the next contestant, please. What?
Oh, I'm getting a compliment for the nice beard I have. Thank you.
Okay.
So
you're
next
completely
winner.
distracted.
Well, we've already mentioned Kaus Landler. The next one is G Bates
Wow.
with his KF car.
Wow. I didn't even
Are
know
there
what's
any
going
Kung Fury fans watching? I'm guessing so. Let yourself be heard. Thank you for the follows, Mako Energy, Krumo, Potato. Thank you so much. So the next one is KF car, which should be in the winners for.
KF car, is that the guy?
G
or the-
Bates. G Bates is
please.
the winner.
G Bates is not in the winners
Okay.
folder.
Oh,
So
J Bates.
J Bates.
G Bates.
That sounds like something else. We
My
will
my
put the
bad.
car
I
in
am
the-
European. I'm Dutch. My problem. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Yes.
he
So
got-
I gave him a challenge, make something 80s, and he
well,
actually
he certainly
he
delivered.
did something even better than that. You can actually board that. So
I will
It's-
board it by
and for-
actually
yeah.
riding on the top of it.
Ghost
So-
yeah.
riding.
And
We
so
love
the
this.
best thing is to actually have a gun while you're riding and
Oh,
shooting
yes,
it, just
okay,
like
so
in
the
the scene.
rifle,
So
yeah,
you should
the-
actually be able to do that.
Oh,
So
I
you can
will
pick up the
certainly
rifle,
absolutely do that.
go back on the car on your Hoff 9000,
Hoff
and
9000. And it has
and-
like big wheels.
yeah,
so I
you
can
can
actually,
shoot and
almost,
drive.
Almost.
he's working on it. It's working
I can
progress.
definitely. Yeah. So he got like a bit of a ground clearance problem.
Most of them are pretty lower.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
Yes.
you know what I did though? I could grenade jump, which I did with this.
Excellent.
And
Yeah,
there you go.
that's
So
that's
now
that's,
it's
that's
perfect,
what
yeah.
Kung Fury would do, right? He starts
Exactly.
his car by shooting it. So.
Exactly.
So yeah,
perfect.
you definitely win best
We did a wheelie
WTF
there.
for this. Yeah, there we go. Nice, good
Oh,
job.
half my wheel is gone. Oh, half my head is gone.
Yeah.
Or my helmet at least.
So let's see.
revealed-
Next up, because
Yep.
we still have a couple to go.
Go for it.
Renu, RIHINU,
R-
Fauna Knuckles.
I see. Okay, Fauna Knuckles in R. I don't see him here. Fauna Knuckles is. Oh yeah. So this is a really cool story actually. I want to show something neat. You guys are gonna appreciate. Here it's a Trello. Here. So we have a public Trello board, which is how we keep track of all the tasks we have to do. So here is a public one that you can go to, and you see what we have like doing this week. It's actually been cleared out really nicely because we've been working on everything for the launch. But next week we have all this stuff lined up, and you see there's weapons and things we want to get done. You can see this publicly, so you can find us anytime. And Fauna Knuckles is art that Arne, our main artist, put together. Actually, in 2003, he made this concept initially, and then he realized he could
Thanks,
make
Goose
this
Bula.
for this game, and he kind of adapted it and cut it up and made these pieces in 2016, which is the present time, I think.
Yeah.
And we put it in this
Yeah,
kind
public.
of-
It's public. The
Yeah,
Trello,
so-
the part,
so the
our project
gentleman-
management tool is public, so you can go and look at it and
Yep.
see what we're up to.
And you can even vote. So you won't have all these buttons because you're not part of the development team, so we can't like move things around. But you can vote on these things. So if you really like something you see in here that you want us to work on, vote on it, and then we will know that okay, the community has spoken, and they want us to prioritize this. We can drag these around and put them up and down on this priority. Anyway, I wanted to mention the fact that this art, this gentleman, what was his name again?
Oh, this was Renu.
Renu saw this in here, and he kind of took it on himself to put it together in the game for us. At least get a start on it, which I think is really cool, and actually something we want to encourage people that see anything that we have put in the official game or about to put in the official game to remix and to improve. Like that fire crab you guys saw. That is an example of that. This is another example of that. So he didn't actually do all the programming and so on.
Thanks,
for
Philip
this
Way.
yet.
Thanks for following.
We will be doing that, but he put it together. You can see how he actually picked out these pieces, like the head here, and clicked on the appropriate part of the texture mated the head, placed in the right spot, put joints on all these places. You see these joints are actually linking together the different parts of this creature. And you can visualize it here, which is really nice. There's even little particle systems here that if we turn them on, they look like little steam coming out of his nostrils that are in weird places on this alien creature. And then finally, I think even he animated these things. So there's all these cool poses that we can preview in the game as well. This kind of like follows our cursor at some point. Yeah, there we go. So we can see how he has different poses. And those poses are what you in the script then call that I want to be trying to hit this pose. And then the physics engine takes over and goes, well, I'm going to try to hit all these angles of this pose of all the joints. But if the arm is hitting a rock or something, or he's stuck between two, a rock and a hard place, literally, he won't be able to move that way. And that's the physics engine has as ultimate say. But that's what gives us a very physics-driven
and it's
system.
easy. It's accessible. You can see how quickly he picked up the animation tools using this
I mean,
character.
it really is dead simple. You go to any of these poses, you can add them or remove them here, and then when you want to just change any of these things, you just go, okay, I want this pose to be like this, and then click the appropriate part of the body, and I can visualize it more easily here. But you see how easily I can now change this entire pose. And then that'll affect, how he moves in the.
So before we continue with the next winners,
Yep.
someone is asking. I see Jim the Third is asking, where do you find the community-made blueprints? Maybe it's a good idea to show that right now.
Sure.
Yes. If you have a moment.
Absolutely.
So that's a good question. You've seen all this awesome stuff
in the editors. Yeah.
Yeah, in the editor. So where do we end up putting it now?
Exactly.
Because these are PNG files that you might have already seen us drag and drop into the game, it's going to be really easy for you to create, share, and even collaborate with other people just between you and someone else, using Discord, using Slack, using anything that doesn't compress the image because of the metadata that is hidden inside the PNG. But when you want to share it with other Planetoid Pioneers people, we have Steam Workshop support, and Dan's going to show you guys right now.
Yeah, so this is the really cool part. So I've made some changes to this thing, renewed, made a start on this, and I made some changes and I hit save. Now that became a PNG file again that has all my changes, and it's in here. In the library, when I click him and I hit the Steam Workshop thing, I can now create item. I can go and decide if it's going to be public, if it's friends only, and so on. If I hit create item here, it creates that workshop item immediately with one button press, and it publishes it. It uses the tags that are already defined here. It's created, downloaded, and it's installed, and it's okay. So what you'll see here immediately happen is that there's a subscription tab up here that shows me all the things that I've subscribed to in the workshop. And these things, most of these I've published myself, but I've also subscribed to this Lambo here. And anything that is in here overrides, not overwrites, but overrides what is in the main library. And it shows it very clearly here. So when I subscribe to Sean's really cool, robot, I don't know what, hockey robot. Yeah, exactly. And I subscribe to it, and he can keep updating it. So it's a very automated system that keeps downloading the latest version. What shows up in my game is going to be what I've subscribed to. If I also already had a hockey robot from someone else, or I made one myself, then it would be over in. Oh, hi guys.
Oh, hello.
So did your shoot go well? Yeah. So we just had a guest. Yeah. So this is a whole situation here. Anyway, there's actual females in this house right now, so everyone's paying attention.
Yeah.
But
balancing off the testosterone here.
Exactly. Yeah.
We have
identified. Yeah. So we have the fauna knuckles here has been overridden, which means that whatever I've subscribed to is what actually will end up in the game. When I drag him in here, he will be, that thing that I saved. It's now the same thing because I haven't actually made any significant changes. But this is such a cool feature for us to integrate with the Steam Workshop because, if you make something cool and you make a start of it and it's not finished, you can still just publish it and keep iterating on it, make it better, better, better. And this is the free workshop I'm talking about. It's super easy to just publish anything, and then you can go check it out in the actual workshop here. It does the little overlay, and I can then see my friends. I can rate up and down. I can favorite it. I've subscribed to it here. I can unsubscribe to it, and if I do that, it immediately goes away. What's up?
Oh, did my camera die?
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. So
It's fine. You guys can still hear me, right?
Yeah, sure. And so this is the full workshop experience. We can comment on this and so on. But if I make again like a update to this, it'll be automatically pushed out to anyone else who's subscribing to it, which is super cool system. The next thing that I want to talk about is the curated item store. Unless you have other questions.
One thing,
Yes.
just real quick. Camera's there.
Yeah. Oh, I should look at the camera.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
you've been
I'm looking
no,
at
it's
Vlad.
fine.
I'm
We're
trying to
all-
be
we're
like a
all-
human being and actually talk to him.
It's totally fine.
So I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, so just real
Yeah.
quick, what's up next is actually
Flash right here.
Terrafail.
Yeah.
I just got spanked in the ass, and you guys didn't see it.
Yeah.
There would have been like a big hand into the camera.
Yeah.
But Terrafail actually is next up, winning Best Programming, not because he made something yet, but because of the cool chain gun mechanics. Can you show them in Discord?
Yes. Can I? Of course I can. Here we have Discord.
So these are really impressive, and I feel bad for Terrafail because if you actually will see the Discord on Dan's screen, he came up with this amazing
Oh, God.
way to animate a chain gun, only to realize that when he made it to the size of a Pioneer, the actual chain gun animation wouldn't be that clear, but the usefulness of
believe
what he
that's it.
made is going to serve the entire community and our team
He
for
figured out a
future
lot of
stuff. He
stuff,
figured
yeah.
out a lot of things that we haven't even looked into.
Where might
So-
it be? It's in the gift.
That's right there.
Yeah,
It's
in the
you're
gift.
scrolling
Okay,
past
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
that's it right
yeah.
there.
So
See-
he animated the barrels on this thing, and when you zoom out, it's like, well, I can't really see all the work I put
But
into
that
it,
doesn't matter. The
because those things-
dramatic effect is huge, and you can put that chain gun and mount it on something. We can now
Believe
make
me,
we can even make maybe a chainsaw with that kind of an
There we go.
animation. It looks amazing and it's super impressive, and I'm sure that our community is going to do something really cool with it.
Yeah,
eventually.
so the research he put into that, I mean, that's actually stuff that we haven't done as official devs either. Like we are also discovering what this engine can do.
Yep.
And we're trying to push the boundaries, but
Hey,
geez,
Screen
that's
Smasher.
morbid. So yeah, it's we're super excited to see what everyone in the community can do with this engine that we haven't thought of ourselves, and it's happening every day. We're seeing stuff that we were like, wow, we had no idea that was even possible. And when that happens also, and this is a big reason we're doing this contributor edition, is that if you make something that's particularly cool that we think would fit into the official game of Planetoid Pioneers, then we will ask you, is it okay if we actually integrated this in the game? And if you say yes, we will do it, and your stuff will be in the official shipping title, and your credits will be name will be in the credits of the game. So that's even something that you could put on a resume. You're on a shipping title of an official game. That if you're an aspiring artist, programmer, or level designer,
And we will help you. I mean, that's the benefit of
Yeah.
the contributor edition. We will be as close to you guys as possible with these streams on Discord.
Yeah.
It's
supporting as much as we can.
From
yeah.
a business standpoint, I'm sure Sean will be able to agree. If you charge $39.99, you don't get a huge user base at the start. But that's the benefit of that, is that we can focus on the quality of you guys. Everyone who's genuinely interested in creating and materializing their creativity through these tools and helping us make this game. We've been staring at it for 7 years, the technology and the game that we've already, like the concept we've already developed.
Yeah.
And we can already say, we can celebrate the fact that it's most likely going to be you guys that are going to come up with the most creative things that are going to end up in this game.
Yeah, and we're not first with that idea of acknowledging that it's the community and the user-generated content, as the technical term is more impressive than any small or regular team can come up with on their own. Valve totally acknowledges this with Team Fortress 2 and Dota and tons of other kind of.
Announcer pack. I mean, that's all you need.
Yeah, Rick and Morty announcer pack, amazing stuff. And we found this also in Cortex Command, our last title. It almost kind of surprised. It surprised me how amazing the creations that came out of the community, the modding community for Cortex Command was. And the surprise is now we've taken into, we want to actually do a deliberate thing where we give these tools, we make these tools for you guys, not for us, also for us, but with the thought of putting it in your hands so that you can build a game alongside with us instead of just getting to tinker with it later on. We're on Snapchat right now.
Snapchat? What?
Chris is Snapchatting.
Oh, thank you,
so-
Chris. That's adorable.
Yeah.
One more, like we have a couple of more, and then we can relax. But I'm just curious, Sean, what are your thoughts? Like, we haven't given you the chance to speak as much, but what are your thoughts on our approach, and how has it been for you to follow our journey for, like, I would say almost
uncomfortably close to you, so you
I
can
would
hear.
say almost 2 years now that you've been following.
Been definitely a couple of years.
Yeah.
I met Dan probably 3 years ago. I met you. We're in the Netherlands back
2011.
2011.
Yeah, it's
So-
been a while.
It was probably 100 games ago. But,
That's how you actually. It's like Sean years. It's games.
It's
Yeah.
100 years
It's a
ago.
dog years. Yeah.
Yeah, but I looked at this approach, and I think that you guys are really taking an interesting approach. It's even the press release that I read today, which is, if you don't want to be a contributor, if you don't want to actually build things, please don't buy the game yet. Wait until it comes out. I think that's the ultimate approach here, because it is early access. You want people who are willing to contribute. You want people who want to be a part of something from a creation standpoint, not a, hey, I just want to play the end product.
Right.
You want to do that, you wait.
No, I think that's right. Early access is a concept that in Cortex Command we were one of the first to try out, and it worked surprisingly well for us. But it's also been controversial because sometimes it wasn't done in the spirit of what it should be, or it wasn't communicated well. I think it's very rare that someone goes in and tries to do an early access title and they intentionally want to mislead people or anything like that. It's just a matter of it's really hard to make a game. Okay, let's start there. Really hard to market a game if your skills are in the making game. Ooh, hello. And it's also extremely hard not only to market a game, but do it so without people getting confused and just having a hard time understanding what you're going for or setting expectations properly. It takes a lot of thought and consideration, and I've screwed that up more times than I care to count. Cortex Command, if you actually look it up, the Metacritic score is 44, which is out of a scale of 100. It's like abysmally bad. And if you go to Cortex Command's Steam page, there's a whole video explaining why that is. So enjoy that. And but I've screwed that up, and it's been a learning experience for me, but the whole industry. Early access was something that came around just a few years ago, and it's now been formalized on Steam, and people have more understanding of what to expect these days. But we're trying to do something even kind of more advanced or evolved or whatever you want to call it, and it's so important to communicate that well. So yeah, it's
one of the big things, and I'm actually helping out with another early access product coming out of the Phoenix area.
Oh, cool.
It's Kings and Heroes.
Oh, Kings and Heroes.
Oh, nice.
The industry games guys. But one of the tenets there is not to overhype these things, not to overhype it too early.
Under promise, over deliver.
Exactly.
Under promise, over deliver. That's what we're trying to do as well.
Games in development where the community really is going to give that feedback, and we need the feedback in order to make the games that people really want.
Yeah.
Because we know what we'd like to play, and
totally.
Sure, there might be a couple 100,000 or 1 million people that want to play that same game.
Yeah.
It might only be 5,000 people that want to play the same game.
Yeah.
But if you get the community involved and they're really being a part of it, then you get a game that everybody wants to play.
Yeah.
And they feel like their voices are heard, and because they're part of it.
Right. Yeah.
I think that's an important approach.
I think that's
done great with that.
You hit the nail on the head. Is that being a part of the process of game development is an exciting thing. I'm a game developer because I think it's really exciting to do the analytical kind of technical work that is the engineering part, and then get to work with artists who are amazing at the graphical arts, music, sound, level design, and getting, it's an exciting industry and really fun creative industry to be in. It's one of the most creative I can think of, honestly. So being a part of that process without having to start an entire game on your own and do all this work that you need to just even have a project that you can even market. That's what we're going for with this project that we're doing. We want to create a system that's super modular, where people can come in and build just a robot or just a weapon or just a planetoid, which is not just a thing. It's a pretty big thing, but it's still not an entire game that you have to come up with the story and the context and make the engine work or buy an engine and learn it and all this stuff. We provide all these tools that are integrated and a way for you to also publish this and get it out in front of people. So if you make a cool robot and you get it onto the Steam Workshop, immediately you have an audience right there. People can vote it up and down.
Of
People
peers,
start liking
of
it.
people who appreciate the effort you
Exactly,
put into
exactly.
that stuff.
And people who can give you feedback and actually help you. So we encourage people to collaborate, not only with us on the development team, but with each other. And this leads us to an interesting thing that is very tantalizing for us, and I hope for whoever else is eyeing the contributor edition right now and considering buying it for the admittedly high price that we deliberately set to communicate to you that, you know, if you just want a polished game at this point, please put us on your wish list and wait till the end of early access, because at that point we will have a game that's built not only by us but also the contributor community, hand built and be polished to be really well kind of put together. So I encourage you to consider that, but also the fact that we have enabled, and Steam and Valve has worked with us to get the curated item store also working with Planetoid Pioneers and the Crush 2D engine. So not only can you publish to the free workshop, which will always be there, and there's going to be a huge ecosystem there, we hope, of free content that is immediately available for you to subscribe to, but also the curated item store is only the best stuff that's handpicked by us, the developers, to be really, really high quality items that contributors made, and they will have price tags, reasonable price tags, and the biggest chunk of that pie we will share with the actual people who made those items. So they will get paid. If you see an amazing robot in the item store and you buy it for a few dollars, a really big part of that percentage of that money goes directly to the guy or girl or team of people who made it. And I'm really excited about that. I know there's a lot of controversy about paid mods, and I think that's really looking at it the wrong way. You know, if someone puts in days and days of work into something to make it really amazing that other people can enjoy, it should be rewarded. And I think it should be rewarded financially. Why not? You know, if you make something awesome and you spend a lot of time, why not support these people so they can do more of that? Because, you know, if they have an income, hello, now we can actually, you know, have a part-time job and we can do this more and we can get committed and actually collaborate.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
See you later. So yeah, I'm really curious to hear what everyone's like thoughts and experiences are and opinions are on this. So feel free to mention that in the chat, and we'll continue discussing with you guys. In the meantime, we have 5 more winners that we'd like to announce, which actually we are at a point right now where Chris is actually up, also known as Kermit in the Pioneer
let's do it.
group.
Let's do it. Can we get the main screen, please? Drew, can we get the main screen, please? Thank you.
Excellent.
All right.
So he has made a variety of things, but the one I wanted to highlight is, I guess, the epitome of his editor experience, which he's picked up, I think, just about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he's had this gradual like skill improvement with a steep learning curve.
What was his name again? Sorry. Kermit. Oh well, this is my housemate.
Yes. So we have the first
Chris
and
was in here.
the latest.
He's the guy
feature.
who was shooting bikini models out there minutes ago in our backyard, because that's his profession. He is
Thanks
a
for
very lucky
following,
guy.
guys.
I will close with a camera. Yeah,
Yes.
not a gun.
Not a gun.
That would be wrong. That would be not what we're talking about. So we got Chris's amazing Osmo, which I'm gonna drag in here just a second. It's inspired by a certain TV show you might recognize. I think he kind of he's quite the character. I can see if I can shoot him down. I think he's already left the scene into orbit. Most of these things were built for that arena that's kind of a closed space and closed space. Okay, this might be trouble. Ah! So yeah, that's that exactly. So we have quite the. This is the T-Rex something. Yeah. So Chris is well versed in Photoshop, as you can tell. He sourced images just off the internet and put them together and made this majestic creature that I'm gonna pit 2 of these guys against each other and see what happens.
Which is it's a typical great start if you're not an artist but you have programming skills. And another winner that we're going to announce is an example of someone who does not have programming skills and was able to create some awesome collaborations.
Oh, Osimo is burning the butt of one of them. He's kind of stuck upside down. Yeah, he's so he's using the burn things as jets, but now he's kind of stabilized upside down. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, he was riding it for a second, and he's off. He's off to space and a better life. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So these things are very effective. Oh wow, they're shooting. And so Chris has no technical background in terms of programming, but he managed to get the wheels, changing direction every few seconds, and just getting these things to shoot all kinds of effects. And I think Sean's got a favorite.
I'm gonna call you in here because they have to see.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
exactly.
Chris, you have to say
Awesome.
something about this, and congratulations for winning a prize, of course.
Drew, can we get front?
Our only live winner.
Drew.
Wait, I won?
Drew, can you please put us on the front page, please? So we got Chris here.
Hello.
Yeah, he's just been busy photographing bikini models back. But he also does this. He does the
Best of both worlds.
yeah, best of both worlds. He has he's living the dream. Honestly,
It's a little big.
it's a little bit.
perfect.
It's a little no, it's perfect. Yeah. One has lost its tail and it's all like red butt. So it's brilliant. Exactly.
I
So-
want this on a T-shirt.
Yeah, so we get back to the main screen, please, Drew, and we'll show off the next thing here. So, Kermit, you have won. What awards did Chris win?
Well, best programming, which is kind of impressive since he doesn't have a programming background.
Yeah.
But I would say the thing that I'm most impressed of is how you've evolved your creations over the span of the last 2 weeks and really took advantage of, just all kinds of crazy things. For example, my favorite part of this thing is not only the big wheels, but it's the movable tail.
Yeah, with
So-
the lightning coming out of it.
Yeah.
Don't forget that. It's kind of
Exactly.
important.
So anything you can share with us about that?
What inspired?
Yeah. So, speaking to the mic, and tell us.
Yeah, I don't really know. Dinosaurs are always cool.
Yeah, heck yeah,
And
you
when
can't go
they-
wrong.
They're cyborgs and they shoot flames.
So you got dinosaurs, cyborgs, and flames,
Yeah.
and lightning, and you got a winner. That's like and
Yeah,
wheels and
Defo
big wheels.
wheels,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
That's
It's
all it
like
is.
monster truck, dino, lightning,
It's everything I was
Thor.
interested in growing up.
Yeah, see, and just this is where you can make your childhood dreams come true.
Yeah.
Um,
Scary.
yeah, exactly. So beautiful stuff. We will move on to the next. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I think it's we got a favorite so far. Who's
Yeah.
next?
So MD Reptile is a winner of Best WTF with his Bot Pixel Soldier, which also at one point dominated the arena. I think you
Ah.
remember that little guy.
I'm gonna drag him
So it's that one thing that you see coming out of the gates and thinking, this is not going to do anything, and
Yeah.
then it ends up
in,
doing
and then
a
it
lot.
wrecks everything.
And it
so
wrecks
you're gonna,
everything.
You're gonna witness this.
And I
right
believe
now.
that's also the main character of his own little video game that he's working on in his free time.
Oh yeah. He's
So,
he's also a developer, and he's working on this pixel based. Oh god, it's actually not as. Oh wow, he's on fire. The T-Rex is on
He's
fire.
pretty resilient. See, he just
Yeah.
cut off the tail.
He did. Yeah, that's beautiful.
It's,
Yeah,
going
he's,
really toe-to-toe.
yeah. So he's losing parts of his head there, and he's shooting this beam, a blue beam of death, which I don't even understand where it emanates from, but it's his hands, I guess. And the T-Rex is on fire. Yeah, and he's both of them have lost their tails, so they're doing wheelies all the time now because the tail's not stabilized.
Two would win, but now number one's gonna win.
Yeah, it's oh wow, he is. No, that's a tail. Sorry, I thought that was the the soldier. So that's a cool concept. I think he riffed off of our, and I say riffed, not ripped. We encouraged you to riff and remix off of all our content
Yep.
in the game to learn and to get better. But eventually we hope that you will make stuff from scratch yourself. It's no
Exactly.
mean feat to do that, and we don't try to water this down to be like just big blocks that you put together or whatever. We want you to have all the power of making something from scratch, but that also
Yeah.
means that they're hard to make.
Exactly. And we have AI modules in there already for
Yeah.
various creatures that kind of set the standard, set like a base start that you can begin with. And what you can see here is that MD Reptile not only changed the visual look, but also the weapons and I believe also the strength of the armor of this character
This is
significantly.
so bizarre. Okay, I'm gonna
Um,
reset the scene.
But
and
let's
go
move
to the
on.
next one, yeah.
We have 3 more winners.
Yep.
Next one up is Takatis with his Tool Lightning Gun.
Excellent.
And
That sounds
what
good.
I'm really impressed by is the art not only the drawing of the actual weapon, which you can see
Oh,
here.
this is custom art. I love it.
This is custom art, from what I can understand. So it
Look
looks
at this
really
thing.
nice.
I
and
love it.
and it's a very impressive effects as well for the. For
Oh,
the
he has a
particles.
blast one too. I was like, okay, so
Yeah.
we have to test this out now. We're gonna definitely have a blast with this thing. So we can drag in anything from our library. Here we can have a tank, and we can have a
I would say something organic.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try something organic.
Some birds maybe.
Well, we have the tentacle. The tentacle is as organic as you can get, and it's not attached to anything right now, so he's gonna have trouble actually throwing things. But he tries to reach out and toss things. But if they're so heavy that okay, so I'm just gonna start using the. Okay, so it heats up metal. I don't think it's gonna actually even yeah. The blast also heats up stuff, so it's like electricity. It's actually a pretty well modeled thing. If I get another organic thing on the other side here, so we can try this. Oh yeah, that's heating it up and turning it into yeah, burning it to a crisp essentially. Oh, and I also burnt the front of my gun off, so
Does
it
it
doesn't
still
work
work?
anymore. Nope.
Oh.
It is an unfortunate incident.
Well,
So-
I'm sure it's a very powerful but sensitive machine.
Yeah, exactly. So, if
we
I
can't-
absorb them, actually, I can build them. This is something we haven't really shown off here. There's a game mechanic that exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. So this is a key part of the game mechanic. If I start absorbing any vehicle or anything, you see how that blueprint kind of got absorbed into me also. So now I have the blueprint for this tank, and I can start building it.
Yep.
And as soon as I run out of silicon in this case, I would have to find some more silicon, and I think there is, that block actually has some delicious silicon for me to
Yeah,
absorb.
and you can
Whoa.
absorb and print at the same
So
time.
that thing just, yeah, and you can actually absorb and build at the same time, like Vlad mentioned. But if I start getting the rock over here, and you'll see the silicon will really shoot up, and now I'm full on that. Boop, and I can go back here and keep working on building my tank. And I'll run out of metals, but then hopefully we have some more metals laying around. And if not, I'm just gonna cheat here and get the couple of these ingots of metals. It's just 1 ton of metals in a little block, and some other resources, so we can absorb them as well. So we have the 4 resources in the game: metals, carbon, water, and silicon, and they're all kind of represented by these different blocks. And you see how they're different sizes because there's metal is higher density than water, and silicon is higher density than water also, but not as high as metal. So I can then suck those resources up and just spray them onto here. And I can even do it at the same time. So as soon as I start getting the stuff that I need, now my big tank is ready to go. And I don't know how well this thing works. This is a really old asset that we
This
haven't
is,
really...
I think, one of the first assets I've
It
ever seen you
is,
show
it is.
me back
Yeah.
in 2013.
So you
it's
see how
it's already
derp-
impressive.
Yeah, how derpy all these... Oh, those effects are actually quite nice. I like
Yeah,
I like
that's-
the explosion. The actual muzzle blast needs some work, but that was all placeholder back years ago, and this thing was whoops, I shot it a little close to the ground, and now I have half a tank. So this is a good example too. I can now jump out of here and be like, well, this tank is not usable, but I can recycle the resources inside and build either a new one or a different one. I'm going to give myself all the blueprints so I can cheat and show you guys that once I collect all the different blueprints, I can actually be building whatever I need at any time that is appropriate. Whoa! I just built something that exploded. That's not what I intended to do. I can build a graphite block to kind of unload the carbon that I had stored in my backpack. I do need that now though, so oops, I'm pressing the wrong thing there. But I can absorb and build at the same time, as you see here, which is just recycling resources and making them into a different form that is appropriate. So where are we at? What's chat saying? And
Are the planets procedure generated?
yes, planets are not procedurally generated, and this is a departure from. We're a small indie team, and there's a lot of other small indie teams out there. There's 2 ways to solve the problem of making content, and one is procedurally generating stuff and having the computer randomly generate interesting landscapes and stuff, and it's totally valid. It creates a lot of interesting stuff to explore. It can get a little samey after a while. You start seeing the same things over and over again, just different colors or so on. We went with a different approach, which is to make editors that are so fun to work in that they're actually entertainment in their own right. So we hope that people, not only us, but also people in our contributor community, we'll be building these planetoids with these tools very quickly and easily, and have a lot of fun doing it. And therefore, I'm going to turn on the lighting here so you can see like my situation as I've gone to a completely different planetoid here, and I'm going to go find a tool that can get me out of this kind of hole in the ground that I'm stuck in. So this grappling tool is really fun. I'm going to cheat a little bit because I'm out of carbon, so I just give myself infinite resources so I can show off this planetoid for you guys. So if I use this grappling tool, as you can see, I can grapple around, and it's quite a fun thing. And this was actually made by someone in our very early beta program. Max Kreister is a 19-year-old awesome creative Renaissance man in Germany, Berlin, Germany. He joined our team officially after he started making stuff like this, which is just, it blew our mind, you know, like, wow, he made this grappling hook that just, you can retract it and like has this awesome swinging Tarzan action. It's an incredibly cool way to get around a level like this, you know. And as I'm exploring the interiors of these planetoids, you see that my light is actually revealing the darkness, and it shows stuff that I had no idea was there before. You know, we have caves up there that I didn't see before, so I can try to, with this tool, get up there. That is going to be a bit of a challenge because it's like this vertical hole. If you just get this swing right, I'm probably not. Oh, there we go. I got
Nice.
it. Nice. So, whee! So now I'm up here. I can actually look around. Oh, this is a tunnel over here that I didn't know about before. This is how you explore these the interior of these planetoids, and this is what we're going to be building out again ourselves, but also with the help of the contributors in this community that I hope some of you are considering joining during this early access period that just began literally an hour ago. Any more questions about the planetoids?
No, but Ninja Glaive is saying, honestly, I feel like playing this game, but then I saw the price tag. Well, Ninja Glaive, that depends on where you're located, because different countries do have different pricing models depending on their economy state.
That's kind of beside the point.
But you should wait. Let me finish. You should wait and just see how this game develops, and then the moment you feel like you have the money and it's worth it, go for it.
Well, and not only that, we are when we are done with early access, this period is over, which I predict will be at least a year, if not more. Then we will actually lower the price of the game from where it is now. We haven't decided exactly where it's going to be. We've thought about $20, something reasonable for a very polished physics action adventure.
Exactly.
That this is going to become. So let me show you the planetoid that is the big one that we hope to ship as a very complete adventure. And this is the first one that you start at if you buy the game right now too. But you'll see very little of it is actually filled out, and that's what we hope to do during this early access period. So the intro of the game, as you'll see play out, which didn't play now just for time's sake, is a Robinson Crusoe scenario. This guy's ship just blew up, and he has to do an emergency landing on this very large planetoid, which is 2.5 kilometers in circumference. You see all this dark area that we have to explore in here. His ship. Wow, I just died. Trying to atomize my own ship, and this is one of the first things you learn in the game is that it's dangerous to atomize the fuel tanks. It will ignite them and explode. So you better just kind of stand back. You see those red things? We're gonna try to make them a little more clear that they are dangerous. But yeah, so that just got triggered, and now we can keep getting resources from these parts of wreckage that was our landing craft.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really the objective of this planetoid, is to just get off of it. And how do you do that? You have to build a rocket ship with resources you find inside this planetoid. You also have to find the blueprint for that rocket ship. And you'll find all these different blueprints and creatures and vehicles that help you along the way to not only find resources but also bring them up to the surface, because it doesn't do you any good to build a rocket ship in a cave somewhere, you know. You have to fly it off. And this experience we hope to flesh out. And I'll reveal, I turn off the lighting layer here, and I also turn off the discover layer, and it looks really ugly, but you'll see it gives you an idea of like how little of this place has been built out. This is kind of a full experience right now, but it's not complete. It's not very long. You do discover the ship down here. Spoiler. Oh, it's spoiler alert. I will. It's at some point in this level you'll find.
Watch that.
Yeah, you'll find a blueprint that helps you get off this planetoid. And once you do, then it zooms out, and then you can go somewhere else. But what we're hoping to have at least very well polished and so on, and when the early access period ends for Planetoid Pioneers is this Planetoid that is super well polished and built not only by us again, but also by the contributor community. And I'll show you just for a second how we can do that, since it's kind of part of the question of how do we how do we generate these levels, and it's all done by hand, and it sounds tedious and laborious, which I wouldn't call it that, because it's actually really fun to work in these tools. So I can make a copy of this cave, can move it out here, and just extend this cave by making copies here too, and changing the shape of this. Everything that you see is just a picture. It's just a PNG that was dragged in either from your hard drive or from the web. I can delete some of these things and make an opening here. So very quickly I can start reshaping this cave and placing this little piece of grass there. Just put this part here, and then very quickly I can have a new cave here, which is actually looking already quite good, if I may say so myself. I've just extended this part. I can even grab this whole thing and start, I want to change the general shape of it, or yeah, it does look a little phallic. I apologize. We have people giggling here already. So let's just move on and see. Yeah, exactly. It's a PP cave. We have this thing that's changed now, and I can now unpause and exit the editor. Actually, I'm going to do this first. I'll show you how to.
We have 15 minutes left, guys, and we have
Super.
2 winners to announce.
Okay, yeah, we will get to them right after I show that this guy can be moved over to. So I'm going to go there and move him, play test. And again, I'm as a developer or as someone in the contributor community can now come over here, turn on the lighting, and we discover the PPK we just made. That is an extension of what we had before. We just made it longer.
An extension.
Exactly, yeah. So you can achieve all kinds of
Nice.
girth in this game. Anyway, we
Yeah,
will
really
move on
God.
to
yeah.
the,
So we
next
got
thing.
2 more winners, and
Yep.
then we have some honorable announcements.
Okay, let's do it.
One of my favorite Pioneer reworks was by Derpy.
Derpy. Oh yeah.
Yeah, she came up with a Dropsy, which is a character. It's actually the protagonist of a adventure game published by what was
That's great.
the publisher called again? Devolver. Yeah, Devolver,
Yeah, Devolver.
published this amazing adventure game where you are a not too attractive looking clown that likes to give people hugs. And
Oh yeah.
and I
awkward.
think it's a
Awkward
beautiful, in terms of the proportions and the way it animates. It's a beautiful example of how art can make a huge impact.
Derpy just had a horrible landing accident,
Oh,
so I'm going to go
ouch.
to different Planetoid and show him off there because it's not going to be as dangerous for him. I'm going to go here, and since I made him the default standard Pioneer, that's who I'm going to be playing as. Wow. So he has some interesting animation going on there, and he can still atomize and so on. He is a Pioneer, so he has those basic functionalities. We're impressed with the art on this guy.
Yeah.
What is he winning? Yeah, best art. So
Yeah, and so
well done. What's
and
next after this guy?
the last winner is for now, because we might have these in the future, most definitely,
Right.
is Luringen, who has a fire cluster grenade launcher, which is another of my favorite FX winners.
Fire cluster grenade launcher. There
Yes,
he is.
So we
I'm
can
dragging
have
that in
we
there.
can have
Oh,
Dropsy,
beautiful. Yeah,
and
Dropsy is gonna
shoot
oh
a
dear.
grenade launcher. Yes.
Yeah. Oh wow. So that has an interesting fire effect that is like
That is
napalm
not-
lava.
it's
that
not
just
helping
got
Dropsy.
to me. Yeah. So Dropsy
The floor is lava.
had a bit of a problem, like a little bit of a incident there with that really interesting grenade launcher grenade launcher 2. There, I like it. And let's see how it handles. Yeah, it heats up things really quick, but it sits on the ground, so that's the dangerous part. So it is like napalm. It actually sticks to you. Yeah, it's a plasma, and yeah, this is nice. Which which
so
category?
we have some honorable mentions.
Yeah.
We don't need to necessarily
Wow.
show those, but Chile Chilling made an automatic firework launcher. It's a work in progress, but it shoots fireworks, which is great. And once
Okay.
again, a great demonstration of how
He's on fire.
it's a ball of fire chasing Dropsy.
Yeah.
Like the Tyrannosaurus.
Payne made
yeah.
a Master Chief Pioneer, which was a kind of a very graphic redo of Master Chief as a Pioneer, which looked very nice. There's another Counter-Strike Terrorist made by Red. JG Phoenix made a
There it is.
Spider-Man. Kaus Landler made the Golem Poop, which was very impressive as well, and is part of why he won Best WTF. Mimic made a Pioneer
God.
VHS, which also looked really
Wow.
nice with his own art. Dr. Woofington
I'm on fire.
stitched together a Pioneer Ducky made out of duckies, rubber duckies.
I have one
And
leg.
Nexus made a Pioneer Pug, which fitted
Yeah, he's
the
amazing.
color of the Pioneer
Where did that guy
armor
go?
very
oh, he's
well.
on the other side of the
So
planet.
congrats for the honorable mentions, and keep on,
Beautiful.
you know, doing awesome work. And we'll be sending the Steam
yeah.
keys to the
Oh, no, he's
winners
upside down.
through
I like his glowing eye.
Discord very shortly, after we're, you know, settled down with this insane launch thing that we're doing right now. So that's pretty much all the winners. And yeah, I mean, we've featured
That's
the community.
awesome. I'm so stoked.
We've done our Q&As. If there's any other questions, we're happy to take them.
Yeah, I think you know, we're at the end of the front page, but we have everyone in the stream here.
Fustron asked if we're gonna add functionality for flying between the planets. Heck
Yes,
yeah! I mean,
yes.
it's
So-
work in progress, but
Yeah. So out here, as soon as you hit X, which is kind of on some of these, it's going to be a cheat. You know, you haven't defeated the adventure or like the rules of that planet if you just kind of exit out of it. But once you do, you can. We already did a prototype where you actually have a little ship and you can fly around here. This is just another scene actually. We can edit this scene in the scene editor. It has all the physics and everything going on here anyway. So you can run around with a ship eventually. Right now it's just a point and click kind of interface, but we are definitely thinking about having, you know, if you build a ship in one place, that you could actually fly it to a different planetoid, and that's how you would spawn, you know, in there.
exactly. So
yeah.
it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be fun. Mad Cool Bro is asking, looks cool. Are there enemies? Yes, there will be enemies. What's the
Oh,
combat like?
Oh, combat. So one thing that we wanted to go with this is that it's not about shooting everything. Like the answer is not always violence necessarily. It is an answer, and I'm not a pacifist in that sense. You know, if you have weapons and you have rifles and stuff.
Yeah.
But as an explorer, as a you know, adventurer, you have. Oh wow, I'm still dropsy. So I'm gonna see if I can run over here and show you a little bit more of the content that we have in this first planetoid. I will slide down here like dropsy. Woo! And then I just whoa, who's this guy? You know, like you just discovered a little bit of indigenous. I can, yeah. So I can either absorb, and this is a legitimate reason. Like I don't want to kill him just for the sake of killing him, but I actually got resources out of him. It was an organic creature, so he had some carbon and water in him that I might need to use for something else. I come across this wreckage of a bike or some kind of rover that I've cheated now, so I have all the different blueprints already. But I start out with very few, and as soon as I absorb a little bit of the wreckage of something, even of a organic creature, I get that blueprint. So now I can actually build that rover, which I'll find here, and I can then. Dropsy is so funny that I'm playing as Dropsy. Woo! So I'm gonna drive around this rover. Oh, here's another guy, and you know, not everything is an enemy in this game either. Like this is a benign little creature that feeds off of these plants on the ground, and the plants actually open and close based on the lighting.
Isn't it cute?
Kill it.
No, Sean. So crude. So you see how they close and they actually react to the sunshine coming in through. So this whole planetoid is rotating, and we have something really
Kill
dangerous.
that thing.
Yeah, that I would kill because he would kill me if he could actually fit through that hole, which is funny that he can't. So these things are indigenous, you know, life forms here. I can actually kill that, and then I can go and find that fauna here. That's a whole category of these things. So by killing it, I also got its blueprint. So I can even print organic creatures, like I mentioned. Get it closer here. Oh, why is Dropsy is failing me right now? I don't know. Oh, he's inside the vehicle. Whoa! I don't want to go there. Sorry, I just ejected like in an unexpected way. But yeah, I can. Oh wow! So that's food to that guy.
feeding him.
Yeah, and that's the whole point. So you know, there's going to be creatures that are useful to you, and now he's drooling all over my vehicle.
Is that acid?
It's not acid actually, but it could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. That's just an example of the things that you come across. You know,
Yeah,
some things are
simulating a
dangerous.
little bit of an ecosystem, right?
Yeah,
in
yeah.
there, like
and it's, you know, hinting
what's
at
what's the word for like when you have creatures that eat other creatures?
it's kind of an ecosystem.
chain
word.
of
yeah.
command? No.
Food
chain.
Food chain. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. And you know.
Chain of command.
For some reason, Dropsy just does it like a rocket launch out of anything he escapes. So it's really fun. His vehicle, my vehicle here is not useful to me anymore. So whoa, never mind. I was gonna recycle the resources, but I kind of, tumbled down this hole instead. But here we can shoot. We found a gun, and we can actually shoot and absorb. We find this structure here. Like, well, this is a cool bridge, and now I can even build this bridge as well because I have the blueprint for it, and I get all this metal from it. Whoa, watch out! The fire is very dangerous in this game. It's something you'll learn quickly.
Just real quick,
yep.
we have 5 more minutes that we're
Sure.
front paging. Is
Sure.
there anything that we want to cover in that time while we still have a very nice
Any
viewership?
ideas? I'm down for ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, sound and music. So we have very talented people on our team. Music is made by Mika Mulperi Lakanen. He's a Finnish genius, and we will be. This is good. I'm glad we brought him up because the soundtrack that you guys have been hearing in the background, I'm super proud of. We're going for like an 80s, 90s analog synth vibe that I hope you guys appreciate. Mika did an amazing job putting together 50 minutes of unique music for this game.
I just posted the link in there
in the
as
chat.
well.
Very good. So,
yeah.
he gets all the props that he possibly can, and the fact that we are launching his the official soundtrack for this game as soon as we possibly can. We couldn't quite get it out at the same time as this. We want to do a proper launch for it. But yeah, if you like the music, you're gonna want to keep an eye out. Whoa. For that coming out soon. And
so
then,
Eris Infinitas is being very kind. He's saying there's no question that it's worth $40 for the content you get, and we're just getting started. Like,
Yeah.
understand,
Well,
we
thank
just
you.
started early access. Early access is the game is not finished,
Yeah.
and who knows what's going to happen.
I can actually
But
bind
it's
him.
it's only going to get better from here
I
on.
can,
That's what
yeah.
we know.
So now he's pissed off at the rope. Yeah.
He's stuck.
Yeah, he's stuck. So yeah, and
And
that's
you think I'm me.
Jim
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Third asks, can anyone find the workshop for this game? Jim the Third, I think the only way you can see the workshop right now is if you own the game. Is
yes,
that correct?
that is correct.
Yes.
That is one of the things that you get for being part of the contributor community.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons that this costs a little bit more than you would expect for just a game, so to speak. This is again, I want to remind people that we worked on the tools and the technology for this for 7 years to build the tools that you guys can also use now. So there's a lot more value than just the content. I would say the $40, most of that is the tools, but also the fact that you will have this emerging community. You will be part of it, where the content that you make might actually end up in the official game. You can even put it on the workshop, and even the paid workshop, where it's possibility for even making money on
Yeah.
the very best stuff that you make.
Yeah.
So
And we still have 2 minutes. I
Yep.
want to use those, Dan, to thank the people who've supported us.
Absolutely.
Sean, obviously, being one of them locally as
yeah,
well.
totally. Keep going.
So he's been really helping us set the foundation for how we want to message this to you guys. You've noticed this is not a typical game, and how to make sure that you guys understand what you're getting is not easy, especially not with just this digital medium that we have. How do you convey this level of depth in a short period of time? So we appreciate that you guys have been watching, but we've also had significant help from some of our partners, which are Twitch, first of all, for working with us on getting us on the front page and meeting all of you guys, but also Intel, who's supporting us when we're going to PAX East as well. They've supported us with this awesome camera that we've just tested out halfway through the stream,
Yeah.
which is a Razer Stargazer. I love that name.
Yeah.
With Intel RealSense technology that actually acts like a green screen without us having to put up a green
I'm
screen
gonna
behind
show
my
it
ass.
off right now. Look at this.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
we
there
have
you go. So here
the
it is.
cameras now free
It's
floating.
it's like a little Kinect. It looks super sturdy. It looks like a flash, like a super sturdy flashlight with 3
Yeah,
lenses
so that's a
coming out.
normal webcam right there.
Yeah, that's
And
that's
that's,
the C920 from Logitech.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to David O'Neill at Intel. I need one of these.
You yeah, good. Yeah, so it's really cool. I don't know if you saw before, but Vlad was cut out automatically by this thing, so you don't need
Yeah.
a green screen behind it.
Yeah.
It's real neat. So
Yeah, and aside from that, we also have NVIDIA, who supplied us with some awesome NVIDIA Shield tablets. And I think that's a great way to end. Not only did you just show your touch laptop just now, Dan,
Yeah.
in launching the game by pressing the touch screen there, but if there's anyone out there right now that has a touch-supported laptop, you might want to check out what you can do with the Planetoid Pioneers Contributor Edition with touch support. You can actually use the touch to, hey there, now you see me twice,
Yeah.
double the action,
It's
triple the
beautiful.
excitement.
It is. It is.
And I haven't had to use this one too much. I have used it
Is
a
this the
couple of
yeah,
times.
the band hammer.
But the band hammer has not been satisfied with enough sacrifices.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you
alien
guys have been
sync.
really, really good on the stream. We really appreciate you guys.
Yeah. And so, yeah, last but
Behaving.
not least, I think we should show the touch support and the fact that we actually have the game, an early version, work in progress, running on Android.
Oh, yeah,
Thanks
let's
to
do that.
our good programming team member Chris Kruger out of Australia.
Yeah, so he's
Melbourne, right? Or
no, he's in Perth.
Perth.
So he's
yeah,
in
Perth
Western
represent.
Australia.
Perth devs represent. And he's ex-Rockstar. He's
Oh,
done
two
some
of them?
amazing stuff porting Rockstar games like GTA, not
Yeah.
G2A, GTA, to multiple GTA titles to Xbox, PlayStation, you name it. And we actually have a running version. It's early in development on Android, which means that we are going to pursue a cross-platform approach. You can actually, I think it's started up. You can actually boot it up. You can hook it up to the HDMI
Yeah.
as well.
I'm gonna show first on the. How do we? where
And
is
so
it at?
you will be able to play, but also make things on the road because the editor will also be touch supported.
Oh, wow, look at that.
It already works on laptops that have touch support. Dan can demo that later.
Mm-hmm.
And if I boot up the actual controller that comes with
Yeah,
the
show me the-
NVIDIA,
Let's show that.
sweet, yes.
Look at that. NVIDIA
So-
Shield controller.
Yeah, it's
It
booted
is.
up right now, so you can actually like what? You can hold this.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hook it up to the.
Oh, I just booted
Okay.
it up.
That's good. You did
So we can hook it up to the HDMI real quick, and you
Yeah,
guys can have a
let's do that.
gander.
So this thing has HDMI. Whoa, do more with Google. It says. Oh, let's not do that.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Maybe someday.
Skip. Yeah. Well, I want to go back. How do?
Well, we have our own technology. You know, this is an engine we built from scratch, so it is possible for us. You know, Unity is an amazing engine for
Okay,
people to
ready.
do cross-platform with, and so is Unreal nowadays.
Mhm.
But it's not customized to the developer-specific needs. And we've made this thing from scratch, which means that we also have full control
Well,
of what
I
we
would
do with
definitely
it.
say that Unity and Unreal are made for developers. What we're doing is
Well, we
a
have
2D
full control.
Well, it's also the fact that we're doing a 2D specific game, right? Like those are 3D engines, and they do really good job at being 3D engines. We have specifically honed in on 2D because we found that there wasn't anything off the shelf that did the destructibility and the what's that?
No, people. There seems to be like sadomasochists on there that want to be banned by me after
Oh, I
seeing my
see.
hammer.
I see. Good.
Mm.
They're trying, yeah. So let's hook this up. I'm gonna just yoink it here. Is that gonna work? You think? Boop. And then plug it in on this guy, so we can get direct feed out of the tablet. Is that gonna be showing it? Oh, yeah, mirror mode, I guess, or console.
Wow,
No,
people
mirror
like to
mode.
be naughty.
Mirror mode.
Yeah, enjoy those cookies, baby.
Oh wow, look at
lamb.
this. So now we actually have the shield is actually hooked up to your stream right now. Wow, this is so cool, guys.
Want me to keep the controller?
Yeah, can you switch to a webcam maybe in the corner? Would that be possible, Drew? If you could,
You can switch to mine.
yeah. Yeah, watch it. No, cool. All right, so it's running. Wow, this is actually running on Android right now. I don't know if that's connected because you're not.
I need to
Yeah.
connect the controller
Yeah.
before I get shot in the face.
Yeah. Oh wow,
Because,
it's already working. He's
yeah.
controlling the character. I don't know. The mappings is probably not right.
No, I'm just gonna reset real quick. See,
Yeah.
it already is detecting the controller since I just
Yeah.
reset. And if I get the buttons correctly,
Which I don't think. So we got the thing running, but we haven't had time to actually get the.
oh, it just killed me.
Okay, yeah. So
I
you
missed
got
it.
shot in the face. That happens.
Yeah,
But
you
it-
can see the
the-
frame rate is pretty acceptable.
It's actually 27, 30, 30. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty steady at 30 frames a second on an Android tablet. Haven't optimized this whatsoever for the Android
there we
platform
go.
yet. But the fact that it's running and you guys are seeing it streaming right now, the simulation is clearly going. The guy is shooting you in the face repeatedly.
Back in.
Nice.
If we implement like blueprints, I'll be able to select the blueprints
Yeah.
as well.
Let's show it on Android. Like drop down the little top thing.
Oh yeah, how do we?
Oh yeah,
It's Android.
no, it's right
Yeah,
there.
that is Android. Look at this. Whee! So we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely Android.
volume.
We are running this on Android. We can swap over to the game again. Going here. Boop. And oh, it restarted the game.
It
Then.
restarts,
That's fine.
which is I think a good thing for a test build. Right?
Yeah. Again, like the fact that this even runs is so cool. So.
So they can see us there.
Oh yeah, we got that.
Yeah, there was a pretty cool story on this, wasn't there? With the like it was kind of an accident that you guys found out that Crush 2D worked with a touchscreen.
That was yeah. So touchscreen in general on my laptop. So I bought a new laptop with touchscreen. I didn't buy it for the touchscreen's sake. It was just a kind of a. I thought it was kind of a gimmicky thing, honestly. I was surprised how soon I started like touching every screen around me because I got used to that. But then I also realized how well this game runs on a touchscreen. You know, actually editing the scene with my fingers is super fun. It's something we can show actually as a last thing here.
We
should
grab your Intel.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So I'll grab the laptop. I'll put this back on the camera. That's
Mobile
really
gaming
stuck in
isn't fun, Majik Malu says. Well, you know, you can use this, you can imagine, you can think of it yourself what you can do with this. I mean, eventually imagine that every single thing you make in the game, if it's saved as a PNG, who stops you from using it on other devices, right?
It's called portable gaming because it's not really
More,
mobile.
yeah, portable. I mean, yeah, that Shield tablet definitely doesn't fit into my pocket, but it's an amazing piece of mobile equipment.
Really the thing with the mobile that makes me excited is that you could make a lot of different games with this engine, not just Planetoid Pioneers. Eventually, we hope that someone will want to make their own games that are mobile specific, you know, designed for mobile, designed for touch from the get-go. So I'm gonna fire up the game here, and if you can get the main
Sideways
screen.
talking,
Yeah,
Sean. The N-Gage was an amazing device, though, I have to say.
yeah.
Like-
So here we have this running on my laptop. I'm gonna get a little closer so you guys can see. And
Nice and
we're gonna
intimate
focus.
with
Yes,
Dan.
please. Excellent.
Someone is saying he's Obama. Well, if you're Obama, maybe we could like talk about that like educational fund so we can get this into schools maybe too.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, just mail us and we'll talk to you. No problem.
all right. So here we have the game running really well on this laptop. I'm gonna have to sneeze, so I'm gonna mute and save your ears.
You may sneeze. You may sneeze. Bless
All right,
you, Dan.
I'm back. Yeah. So let's see here. What happened?
Live streaming.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we're doing. So I am gonna maximize this window. Go out here. Are we seeing this on the screen? Yeah, we are. Good. I'm gonna go and start editing any of these scenes with the tools that are built into the game, but also we found were really fun to mess with when it comes to not the Racetoid. That's not the one I was hoping to do. We'll find a map that is kind of
They
quiet
heard
and
you.
doesn't do a lot of stuff on there.
They heard your sneeze pretty clearly.
They did? Yeah, on every other microphone probably.
Most likely.
I would have probably destroyed my microphone if I had like not muted it. All right, here's to go. So if I go in here and actually start editing the scene, you'll see that I can do this really. Is this showing up on the camera? Cool. You can go in here and start editing, moving these things around, going whoop, scaling. And whenever I make a change, turn off the lighting so you guys can see better. Whenever I make a change that like, I can immediately unpause and have these guys be affected by the change in the scene, that just happened. So, yeah, earthquake, literally. So they're stuck and now they're crushed. I can even move things around with my finger. This is really fun to do just on its own. So I can just go here and start crushing things.
Yeah.
You can zoom in. You can see the horrible situation that happens.
And this is also just work in progress, just so you guys understand. Right now, Dan, you can see is doing everything with one finger. We are working on multi-touch.
Yep.
You can imagine the crazy stuff you can do with multi-touch. You can imagine if this is possible on this laptop, it will be possible on devices like the
Like a
NVIDIA
Dragon
Shield
stuff.
in time. So you will be able to make your own Planetoid during your commute. You can play a Candy Crush, which is also a great game, but you can also start with a Planetoid using
These
touch.
guys.
It's already pretty precise, as you can see,
That's
and then you can
something
come
that doesn't
home
work
and
yet.
you can actually like move the PNG
got it.
to your computer and continue working there on a more powerful device. So it's people are asking us a lot about the game. we are still working on the game. There's many things that
we are working on the game,
know
and now
about.
the contribute community will work on the
Exactly.
game with us as well. So.
And so a lot of things aren't set in stone yet. You know, Bjomer is asking, is the mobile version going to have microtransactions, or will it be bundled with the PC version?
That's
will it just
way
be a
ahead of
separate?
the-
yeah,
it's a way ahead of we
good
haven't-
question.
Good question.
Let us get back to you on that when we know more.
Yeah.
Because it also largely depends on the PC game. You know, we don't want to already show you this and give you the idea that we're going to get distracted by something else. We're focusing on what we're launching right now in early access, and this is just a nice little bonus for us to show off that I hope will convince you guys that we are planning. You know, this is a long-term thing. This is something we are committed to. We're devoted to,
Well,
and
we
we're
have
going
been committed
to.
for 7 years.
And
so
exactly,
we're not going to quit.
We're not
you know.
going to quit. Like we're
Yeah.
not going to quit after launching this on PC, Mac, and Linux. So this is a long-term thing for us. We're not only slow cooking the game, we're slow cooking the engine, and we're slow cooking our cross-platform opportunities because those just popped up. So
Yeah.
steady
so-
as she goes, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So as you can see, we just wanted to show off the touch is a kind of a fun thing. We're working on this. Like, I wanted to be able to do a multi-touch scroll here, so I don't have to like micro hit the, and also the touch dragging. It doesn't work so well right now, but these things are gonna come in there in the next couple of months.
Yeah.
Easily. So.
And so for anybody who
Crush
can,
2D.
yeah, anybody who can afford the game and wants to get in from the start, we have our Discord channel. Where we'll have private servers for you to talk with voice with us developers when we're online. We already have an amazing community of pioneers that earned the right to a Steam key during the Pioneer program period that we've had over the last couple of months, where they had access to an early version of the game. So we have a community making things. We just gave some awesome awards to them. And it's the community. We're not just building a game here. We want to make sure that we build and support and foster the community of you guys who see an opportunity here for yourself to materialize your feedback, materialize your creativity, and more importantly, learn how to program. If you've always wanted to make games, or if you wanted to just start with making a little gun or a little vehicle, we are here to help you with that. An important thing that I would like to finish off with is that, you know, Dan started this game on his own when he was in high school, and when he
Not this game, but the
well,
last
the
game.
Cortex Command.
Yeah.
Sorry, his first game, Cortex Command.
This is a prequel.
This is
actually.
technically also a prequel, but
Yeah.
that's a different topic.
Yeah.
And he did two things right, which any game developer should do. He made his game incredibly moddable, and he commented on his code. Now, what that resulted in was an organic growth of a modding community. And modding is an interesting word. Modding is an afterthought. You guys are not going to be modders. You guys are going to be contributors because the game is still in development. You're not getting a watered down version of the tools like most developers give you after the game is launched. You are getting it before the game is even officially out and it's in early access. So half of the team for Planetoid Pioneers were modders that Dan found from his previous game, Cortex Command. And
I think
some of
more
the
than half,
youngest
actually.
team members in our team, like Max, who made the bee gun and the grappling hook and whatnot, we found because they stuck out of the community that we have. So all of this stuff with the workshop, with the paid workshop, it's all to foster the community because we acknowledge that that's where the opportunity is to make something really cool. It's with you guys, not for you guys. So
Yeah, so that's a good overview.
did I do that right?
Yeah, I think you did well. I
Yay.
think that encapsulates a
Magic
lot of
Malu
things.
says, is this going to have a campaign? Well, when we exit early access, it definitely will.
Well, yeah. So campaign is a very vague term, right? But what you see when you
The single player experience, I
yeah,
believe.
when
she
you
means,
when
right?
you when you finish one of these planetoids, you just get presented with a whole belt of other places you can go explore. You don't have to do them in a specific order, and you have no idea what they're actually going to be. The rule sets, you know, the first one that we were building is this Robinson Crusoe one where you're stuck on there. And you have to build a rocket to fly off, but then it's a matter of any of the other ones that you go to. You know, it's a racing one or it's a hunt the creatures, and then you
Save
come
the
across,
Princess, Sunday
Yeah.
Survival.
Yeah, so we
Race
have all
game.
these ideas that we've come up with, but we know that the community is going to come up with even better stuff than we can even
Yeah.
dream up ourselves.
Yeah, and if you're actually a Twitch streamer or a YouTuber, you most likely might have heard of a game like, for example, Happy Wheels, where people can make things that you can play, or you can make things that your viewers can play. So if we have Let's Players in here watching us right now, and if you've ever thought about becoming a Let's Maker, that's the kind of opportunities that we have for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
If you're a streamer and you enjoy interacting with your audience on a like deeper level, you know, having them make stuff that you get to play and that you get to riff off of, and they get to riff off of your stuff, and it goes back and forth. You know, it's pretty cool.
Majik Malu, thank you so much for your support. He or she, I'm not sure what it is,
Yeah.
but I'm not judging by gender.
Yeah.
Majik is asking, you know, story-wise, any goals? I mean, we can give you guys a quick summary of the story, right? Like, why are there, for example, old people?
Oh, sure. Yeah. So
game?
we'll run the intro real quick. It gives an idea. Can we get the main screen, Drew? Thank you.
Thank you. And don't forget to follow us, guys.
No,
Like
the
one
trailer
final
doesn't really
request before
cover-
you guys all leave. Make sure to follow. We will be at PAX East next week, and we will continue to be streaming pretty cool updates. We have one big special broadcast live from PAX East, actually next week's Friday, same time, 3 to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Central European Time, and everything in between. You guys can do the math.
Good. Main screen is good.
Well, Fustran, it's Let's Make is, you know, tutorials, but also showing off what you made, right? I mean, look at all the levels that people are playing in Happy Wheels. Someone made those and might have made tutorials for them, and then other people play them. So we want to cater to
Just give us some
everybody.
Source code.
Garufu is saying, "Rest in peace, Ausonium,"
Awesome.
which is kind of an inside joke. We don't need
that's
to
funny.
get into that, but
Yeah,
we get
yeah.
what you mean.
we are using yeah, exactly. We are using Alsomium is our UI stuff. But yeah, I want to talk about the
Yeah, let's show the intro.
yeah, the intro. So that's gonna play right now.
And we have audio for it?
I believe so. So the game, the concept of the story is that in the future, you know, we're living in the present right now. We're already living longer and longer. In the future, we're going to live for like hundreds of years because of medical technology. So we're going to end up being really old, but not only old and feeble, but able-bodied and even stronger than we are now because of all kinds of enhancements that we're going to have available to us. And so you're going to end up with a situation where you have old people who live for hundreds of years and get bored of everything on Earth, right? So they go into space, and this guy's space yacht just blows up for whatever reason. He is Crazy Bob. He's one of our first Planetoid pioneers that we are kind of exploring and fleshing out as a character. He is kooky, you know, as an old person. He's about to crash land, but he just falls asleep because he doesn't give an F. You know, that's you know your grandpa, and sometimes they just don't give as much of a care in the world, you know. So that's kind of the characters that we're going for with this game. There's not a lot of games out there, we realize, that has old people as protagonists. So I thought it was an interesting angle, and so it's grannies and grandpas. So you'll see in a lot of the art that we have female characters in there too, and it's going to be kind of an interesting character exploration for us. At PAX East, which is in Boston next week, we actually have a really cool announcement that is related to this. We're gonna have a very, very cool booth that I hope some of you can check out if you are in Boston and going to PAX East. We have a special guest there who will make an appearance as a anyway, we're excited about it. Let's just say we're excited about it.
Yeah,
and
and if you are a fan of Kung Fury, then you will most likely also appreciate it even more. So so we have a lot of stuff up our sleeves, and I think that's my personal you know, peace of mind that this is early access. So we're launching an early access title, and we don't need to shoot our entire, you know, plethora of ideas and cool things right away. We still have a period of time to develop the game.
More about the story is that these guys just got tired of Earth, because you imagine you live for 100 years, you've done everything on Earth, or you've seen everything on Earth, and then 200 years, you've probably done everything on Earth. You've been to every place, your bucket list is all checked. And now you're like, well, we live in the future, we have reusable spacecraft, and just why not have an adventure out there in exploring, you know, the solar system? So that's kind of the context where these guys have ships. They end up in the asteroid belt, which exists in real life outside the orbit of Mars, and they explore these weird lumps of rock out there that may or may not have big holes in them. That actually is true in the real life. A lot of asteroids have these very intricate caves inside of them. So
and what's also true is that we are getting older and older because of medical technology. I thought there was this Italian village with like over 100 people in there over 100 years.
Wow, yeah.
Japan has statistically the highest amount of centennials in the
Yeah,
world
yeah.
per capita. What are we going to do when we're 100 years old and we're empowered by technology? I don't think I would stay on Earth if I had the choice.
Yeah.
And
I
we
mean,
had SpaceX
like, yeah, Elon
last
Musk
week
is like his
launching
stated,
and landing
Yeah,
100%
Yeah.
accurately.
yeah. Well, which is
So-
a huge deal.
Richard Garriott got out of here after like 45.
Yeah, I know. He was like, "Peace out."
Peace out,
Yeah,
Gomez. Yeah.
He did go. He did go on the space station, which is really cool. But yeah, going further is a dream of a lot of people. And yeah, you mentioned SpaceX. I mean, actually, you'll see a lot of references and so on in the game. There's a reusable spacecraft that looks very much like the Dragon lander that SpaceX is working on. So we admire what they do. You know, it's a very cool thing to see them actually be successful. Last week, right before we started streaming on here, they did their historic landing on a drone ship,
Yeah.
where the first stage of that rocket came down. It's like 9 stories tall and actually landed perfectly.
Let your
which-
haters be your motivators, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing. In Cortex Command, it was, I don't know, you can't see this banner over here, but there's an actual, I'm going to show it to you. There's an actual rocket.
The way you built the
vertically-
rockets in the game, the
vertically,
dropships.
yeah, it is exactly that. So there's a rocket vertically landing, and that's a Cortex Command banner. So it's just very cool to see that actually happening in real life. I'm not the first to come up with vertically landing rockets. I mean, there's Tintin comic books that I remember how that.
Yeah, no, I
but-
think they were showing movies from like the 50s who did that, and
Yeah.
it was exactly the same. It was a platform in the sea with people watching.
It's been a dream for a long time, and there's a really important reason for rockets to be able to land. It's because of cost. You're wasting. Otherwise, if Elon made this comment that if you had to scrap each airplane that you flew, it would be very expensive to fly. Only a few people, billionaires in the world, would be able to fly at all because it would cost an entire airplane each time. It's basically what rocketry has been. You ditch the whole thing basically, and only a little part ends up being recovered. So them being able to land and actually reuse those things is very big for space travel. Anyway, that was a fun ramble.
Yeah.
But I don't know what we should talk about now.
No, I am just really curious if anybody on the stream actually just bought the game, and if so, please let yourself be heard. I saw that some people have already posted reviews, so we actually have
cool.
some positive reviews, so thank you for that.
Excellent. Thank you. Yeah.
And Data Realms merch, Frustran is asking. The poster is a very demanded thing, but we've come to discover that posters and selling posters is very unaffordable. So if you want, just message me on Discord, and we'll see if we can't get you the high-res file, so you can just print it out yourself.
Yeah.
And you can just customize it to your own needs. We will have T-shirts and other things at PAX East available. So
We're
if you ever
working-
meet us at events, which we will, if everything works out, which it will, of course, because we didn't, put so much time in prep work, not to think that this is going to be, sustaining us and be successful enough to let us go to other events in the future. But if you do meet us at events, we will have merch for you to look at. So
yeah, I think that's a good.
oh, and people have been complimenting you on your hair.
Oh, my
And
hair.
Apparently,
Thank
you are the most handsome team member
Whoa.
of Data Realms, which I am
I'm
not
blushing-
going
I'm
to
blushing right
argue
now.
about.
Wait, whose hair? Your hair, right?
Your hair.
No,
Your
look at this hair.
No.
We're
your
gonna
hair.
we're gonna look
See,
at.
they're talking
I'm
about.
gonna zoom
look
in
at
on
the
your
chat. Look at
your
the
locks.
chat. Also, hands
Yes.
down to the sexiest member of the team,
Woo.
which is Dan. So
No, look at this. I don't have
What-
this.
what is-
I don't have the beard.
So
The
my
beard.
favorite
The
part
beard
is
is
the-
the. Yeah, this is what I can't.
God.
I can't. Yeah, the scotch is. Yeah, so the beard is something I couldn't grow if my life
You
depended on
could
it.
grow
so
the hair though. That would look interesting.
I'm pretty.
Kind of like
Sexiest team member
Fabio.
has to be a survey monkey.
Isn't
So,
Fabio
yeah.
Swedish
Otherwise
also?
doesn't.
Like, I don't know where Fabio is from.
Fabio's German.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
German. Okay, close enough.
Yeah. Well, shout out. I did get a haircut. Just if you noticed, if you were watching our previous 2 streams, my hair was all getting pretty long, and I did get a haircut. I got out of the house
Yeah.
this week. We've been so like preoccupied with this launch that that's not so good. So that it was really something that I had to do
Yeah.
last minute.
Rankutainen is saying, I'm totally buying this game when I have the funds. And that's fine. No rush, because we'll be there, we'll be waiting for you, and we'll be, embracing you into our amazing community of pioneers the moment that you're
Yeah,
ready.
contributors.
So,
Vlad says
well,
we're totally embracing
contributors,
Yeah.
pioneer contributors, both.
when you give us money, we'll embrace
They're,
it.
they're both
Yeah. I'm gonna have some
hugs.
scotch.
free hugs included.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is this
see
against
Dan's
the
hair
Twitch?
plus-
Twitch.
Is it?
It
No,
totally
it's
is.
it's,
Yeah.
it's apple juice.
Yeah.
It's apple juice.
Down the hatch.
What are you talking
Drink
about?
The water.
It's apple juice.
Yeah.
The brand Scotch.
Yeah.
Apple juice. Yeah. It's very good. It's like
Beautiful.
it's like Snapple.
Space side.
It's
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just water.
It's lemonade. It's brown water with some coloring.
What's that, Drew?
Tell us about my bone out here.
My bone. What?
This guy.
What? My boner. Oh,
Bono.
my boner. Yeah.
Boner?
Hey, hi,
What?
my boner. Mess around with the Crush 2D engine right now with the stream in the background. The tools provider are very useful, user-friendly, and I might add, I'm already drunk. And the guides so far are very useful as well.
Drunk of
I'm really
happiness.
glad you feel that way because we worked really hard on it. You know, the team has really come together to get the guides going and try to get the tools as powerful but still, you know, usable as possible also. And they are intimidating when you open them up and it's like all these panels are coming at you.
If you've
and
done
things.
that, if you haven't done that before with Unity or anything else, you will think, okay, this is not Photoshop. This is more than.
Yeah.
But you know, like you can start off with changing your face on a Pioneer, and it doesn't take more than a drag and drop and some clicking for that. And then it's
the
step
guides
by
go through that.
step. It's
Yeah.
step by step. I'm not a programmer myself. I've worked on multiple games where I've dabbled in that stuff. But following the guides that the guys have made, even I got a very nice steep learning curve. And I think our community speaks for itself as well, and in the stuff that we just gave awards to. So yeah, I mean, we still have, how many people are watching, guys? Yeah, still a couple of hundred. We got 700 people watching.
So we really appreciate everyone coming over and watching it all and sticking around this long.
Have
you
a
know.
look at the Steam store page if you haven't yet.
I have. Oh, are you telling me?
No,
to?
I mean not you.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
talking to the,
Oh,
to
sure,
the
sure,
viewers,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah, Steam store page. You can just search for Planetoid Pioneers on there. I'm gonna start slurring my words. I'm a super lightweight, so I had a little bit of
I
scotch.
can take
and it's
it from
already
here,
like,
Dan. You just look pretty.
No, yeah, just do the hair.
So-
I wanted to shout out to my barber, Babak Niraman. He
Are you serious?
No,
Yeah, I am
no.
serious.
Babak is a badass.
Yeah,
like,
he
I've
is.
seen him. He does not fool around.
He does
Like,
not fool
This
around.
guy's serious.
He's my Persian brother from another mother.
When are you taking Vlad to Babak?
It's happening.
You should take me to
Yeah.
Babak.
It's launched now.
Yeah, so that's good actually. Yeah, his launch beard needs to come off or be trimmed at least. I
Oh,
think.
I'm sure he'll give you like
give
some
the
kind of like
Vlad.
Persian
Yeah.
emperor style.
Yeah, you
Chewbacca.
saw how like Chewbacca. You saw like we noticed today that his hair is actually down, like behind
My
his shoulder blades. Yeah, exactly.
It's touching
So
my shoulder blades.
and it's actually obscuring the logo here, so we can't have that.
Oh.
At PAX East,
It's a
Oh.
branding conflict.
either you go with a man bun or it's Babak.
I'll compensate.
I've got a challenge. If we can sell 1,000 copies over the weekend,
Ooh.
Vlad will cut his hair.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh
That's
God. All right.
down.
So
I'm
okay,
down.
I'm going to raise this. If we get to 10,000 copies, I will shave off everything.
What? No. We don't want to see that.
No. I will shave
That's
off
like-
everything on
exactly,
my.
exactly.
If we get no. If we get to 50,000 copies, I will shave off everything on my head.
Okay, so you said
Deal.
50,000.
15, 1-5.
Okay, 5,000.
Everything.
No, but
Everything.
we
if
don't
you-
want
if
that.
need be,
we don't want
but
to talk
they don't
about
want that. So
Yeah,
I'm cool with that. I
exactly.
do that anyway, so it's fine.
Ugh. Yeah. just
Hey, you
TMI.
went there.
TMI.
You know,
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
shake the tree if you don't want the peaches. That's
Oh,
all I'm
no.
saying. You know, like
Wow.
it's a saying.
I don't want any of that, actually. I don't want to hear any of that. Yeah. But, yeah, so,
Okay.
so 15,000, you're going to shave
Yeah,
something.
15,000 pioneers, 15,000 contributors. Everything will go off
Like
from my
facially.
face.
Yeah.
yes.
On your
including
head.
the eyebrows. I'm not sure.
No,
I'd be-
don't
Well,
Yeah,
don't,
gross.
no.
Come on,
See, I need to work with you, and I need to, like, you know,
No.
deal
I have
with
a
the fact
plan.
that you're
This
going to
is-
look like
this
an
is not-
alien.
It's not like I'm sacrificing anything. You see
50,000?
this smirk on my face?
Your eyebrows
There's
go.
a reason for
Okay,
it,
good.
so it's fine.
Well, so,
It's a distraction. You can't shave your eyebrows.
yeah, that's not
Because
going to
they'll
work.
come back and they'll be really bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
seems
Oh,
like-
you've done this before?
Oh, really? You
Of
sound
course.
speak
You
from
haven't
experience.
seen that
Yeah, that's why you have such thick,
He
beautiful
has,
eyebrows.
he has been
Yeah,
in like
exactly.
launches of 600 games, so I'm
Yeah.
guessing one of them he said the same thing as
Exactly.
me.
So-
I haven't shaved them completely off. I did have an unfortunate shaving accident when I was about 9.
Oh,
When
dear.
I discovered that you could actually take hair off with things, and I was like, oh, that didn't work out how I thought.
Oh,
It
dear.
doesn't go back.
Yeah, that's. I've like, on that topic, completely unrelated, but not unrelated to shaving. So, if you do shave your head, Vlad,
Yeah.
be careful because here in Arizona, I know a guy who did that for a summer on a lark or whatever, like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
bet. he got so burned on his scalp that his hair did not grow out again properly. It was all
Yeah.
patchy.
I
Now
did it
he's
in
Mr. Baldy.
Bangkok when I was traveling there, and I always had a hat for the same reason. So I've been there.
So
Like
you know what you're talking about.
there's a picture of me where I have nothing except my eyebrows, and I look like a Russian mobster. So when we go to Russia, hopefully by then we'll have the 15,000 copies, and then I will just blend in perfectly. So it'll be fine.
Beautiful. I want to give a shout out to Seth Tips, our PR guy, for bringing the scotch.
Yeah.
The launch scotch, and his
Yeah.
head will be cut off immediately because he's a very tall gentleman.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he brought in the bottle. I don't know if it's in here anymore.
It's,
No,
yeah, I think I
it's
did
fine.
put
It's
on,
in my glass. That's all I care
Yeah.
about.
From Ohio.
Yeah.
The stream, we're almost done streaming, so
Scotland.
it doesn't matter how we are.
Scotland,
anymore.
Ohio,
Exactly.
yeah, Scotland, Ohio, yeah.
Ooh. Perfect. It was very good, very smooth, and I am a little tipsy already. So, mission accomplished. I don't know what else to talk about honestly at this point.
No, we're good. I think we covered everything. So guys, go to the Steam store page. Seth, do you have any words?
Yeah.
You know, absolutely, guys. We've got our Steam discussion group. Come on in. Ask any questions you have. We really, it doesn't. We will not be offended. We will not be offended.
Yeah.
Just come on into the Steam.
Well, that's
ask questions, and then we've also got, of course,
no.
our Planetoid Pioneers group on Discord.
Yeah.
And so please join that and share your thoughts with us, because the whole point of this is to give you guys a voice in the game development process. So please come on in and tell us what you think. And yeah, it's
Yeah, I'm posting the link right now. So
yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah. So no, it's a good point that Seth makes. That if you have any questions, concerns, I would love to see you be constructive with it. It's not so helpful if you just come in and rage. Sorry. I got this.
There you go.
Yeah, it's not so helpful if you just come in and say rude things. But if you have some questions or concerns, again, and you don't find the answers in our FAQ that we already wrote, Seth wrote most of that, then ask us, and we will. If enough people ask us, we'll add it to FAQ, obviously. But it's a dialogue. We want people to be able to talk to us and tell us their thoughts.
One quick important question: like, do people have access to our community hub even if they don't own the game yet? Guys, do we know that?
I'm not sure. I don't. They might not, honestly. What they can do. Okay, so this is kind of a hack right now, but you can go to welcome.planetoidpioneers.com. Go to welcome.planetoidpioneers.com. There's a form there you can fill out with comments that will go directly to us, and we'll look at those and address them in the FAQ. They might not be able to access, so we'll have to think about this. But yeah.
No, I mean we're gonna be doing this, and we're gonna be doing it open. You guys can see our Trello. We'll be posting links to that. We'll be featuring creative, contributor content on our social channels. You see all the info underneath our stream, our Twitter, our Facebook, all those things. We have a newsletter, so if you go to signup.planetoidpioneers.com, you'll sign up for the newsletter as well. We won't be spamming you, we promise. We have pretty big readership already for that thing. I think about like 6,000 people read our newsletter, so just jump on there, and I mean it's going to be all over the place. And someone posted something about the guides and the documentation. Look at the guides on the Steam already; they're available. I love how I'm like being filmed from the side. Yes. So yeah, and we'll be streaming more. So if you have any questions in the future, just oh my god. It's that time, huh? Okay.
It is.
So let's finish this stream up, and we'll be moving on to the arena.
It's so warm back there.
Because so everyone who makes things, you can go to our Discord channel. If you share your creations in the Blueprint channel,
focus problems.
your creation will automatically, if it has the arena tag, and there's guides for that. It will instantly be uploaded to our arena, and you will fight other creations. And we're working on getting leaderboards and betting and all that kind of cool fancy Twitch stuff in there, so you guys can actually also watch the stream and have a influence and win stuff by betting. And I'm just getting totally distracted by everyone filming me and shit right now. Yes, Renkuya Teng. The Steam guides is how I get started too, so they are a good. way to get
Because I
rolling.
have-
So, oh my God.
I have. Hey,
All
I
right,
have.
this
I
is
have
this
my
is the
Jaws
moment we
shorts
should
on.
end the stream.
Look at that.
Oh my dear. You know that like our
Space
partners and
Nuts.
stuff will be able to see the highlight for this, and they'll be able to look back, and
Yeah.
this is gonna be stuck on the internet and stuff.
It's so good.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
thank
thank you
you.
for that, Twitch. Thank
I
you.
think we're done.
We're so
Yeah.
sorry.
I think we're done.
Yes, well,
All right, guys.
grateful, very
Yeah.
grateful. So thanks to everybody for tuning in. Watch
ya.
the arena. Stay tuned for more. We'll be streaming exactly 1 week from now, again from 3 to 5 p.m. from PAX East, live Pacific Standard Time. So insight into Dan and Vlad's personal life.
Yeah, so I
Yes,
will,
you just got that.
I will wrap up. Yeah, thanks everyone for coming in again and watching us. Consider, buying the contribution, and if you don't, wait for the full game to come out. when,
Patience is a virtue.
It is a virtue.
And if not, if you
And
like
we're,
it,
we're gonna teach it. To
come
you,
on board right
whether
now.
you like
So-
it or not. So now we're gonna fire up the we have
Arena,
that's psychedelic.
yes.
I love it. And the arena is gonna be running
Thanks, Roslana.
24/7 when we're not actively streaming. So just
don't forget to
go
follow.
yeah, we don't need the camera anymore. We can
Yeah,
go
make
to-
sure to follow us on
Bye.
Twitch, and
Yeah, so just,
we'll be
I'll-
we'll be
I'll-
tuning off right now. So see you guys. Have a great weekend, and keep in touch.
Yep.
Thanks,
Dan
GG
Tabor and Team Data Realms
Signing
off. Bye.
Bye bye.